take you down onto the track for our opening ceremonies.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise. Please remove your hats.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous flight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Alrighty, welcome back, race fans. Tonight, the NMNTSB Graphics Cup Series heads to Pocono Raceway, the 2011 version. This is the updated version for Pocono. So they are at the new track here tonight. Going to be pulling 80 laps here. Stages as followed: 15, 15, and then a 50 lap shootout there at the end. We've got some point standings to go down, but first and foremost, we want to thank everybody out there for tuning in here at MaxSpeedTV. And this should be a very entertaining race here after the update. Getting some mixed emotions there out there, what the setup holds. Loose is it pushing like a dump truck. Mixed, it's really mixed out there right now. So I guess we're going to have to find out how the race goes on to see what the track and the car is going to feel like. Now this is the Cup car, folks, so a lot of horsepower going to be pushing here. And they're going to be pushing speeds roughly on the front stretch about 208, 209 miles an hour. Could be a little bit lower than that, depending on if you're in the draft or not on the front stretch. So they're going to be reaching some high speeds here. Should make for a very entertaining race here. We've got Deshaun in chat here. Deshaun, nice to have you in chat there, brother. But we're going to get straight to it here, starting with the MaxSpeedTV sponsors with Waltz Beard Co., the official grid sponsor here at MaxSpeedTV. You got a beard, need some beard balm? Check them out there at waltzabeardco.com. Sim Speed Shop for all your iRacing needs. Butt bugs, handbrakes, just about anything you can think of when it comes to iRacing. They have it all custom, everything. You want something custom built? You have the size, you have the kind of a layout, what you want. These guys can build it. SimSpeedShop.com. Colby's Eye Paint. We have it right here, folks, as soon as I can bring it up. In the market for a new paint for your cars? Check out Colby's Eye Paints on Facebook. Need a replica paint for your real-life car? Well, guess what? These guys can hook you up as well. Colby's Eye Paints, Facebook.com/Colby's Eye Paints. The Hershey Design Company. Hershey Design Company is your one-stop graphic shop. If you're in need of an iRacing paint, league team, or business logo, or want the logo on a shirt, pants, shoes, pretty much any swag out there, well, these guys have you covered. Hit up Orion at the Hershey Design Company. You can find him on Facebook by searching for Hershey. That's HERSHOY, a design company. The Ohio IndyCar League, they will be back firing things up hopefully this Saturday. It will be at Indy. They are still recruiting out there for everybody who is wanting to join. They are not just an Ohio region now. They have opened it up to everybody out there wanting to drive the IR-18 once a month. So anybody interested in that, please check these guys out. Not only a league that I broadcast on MaxSpeedTV, but they also are an official sponsor to MaxSpeedTV. Check them out, facebook.com/Ohio IndyCar League. And of course, iBog, Jason Allison over at iBog, iRacing Broadcast Overlay Graphics, your sim race broadcast graphics source. Awesome job that Jason Allison does here for MaxSpeedTV and everybody else out there for the awesome overlay work that he puts in, the time. Man, it's just some great graphic work indeed. But that is the sponsors for MaxSpeedTV. I don't have a logo yet. Mr. Bradley and Mr. Robbie have not sent me one over. Hint, hint. Well, a big shout out to BA Graphics for coming on board here for the NMNTS Tuesday Night Cup Series. So big shout out to them as well, because they are the league sponsor. So want to say a big shout out to them. And of course, we have like I said, folks, 80 laps to go, or 80 laps. Now they're not gonna be doing 40 minutes of qualifying, people. Don't worry about it. I did not go live an hour early. They've got I believe it's like 20 minutes of practice. I'll go to a driver's meeting, and then they'll get into qualifying, and then we'll get to interview somebody going in that. But we are going to pull up the pre-race analytics here real quick. Woo! Track temp, 104 degrees. Boy, that's going to be slick out there here tonight. 78 degrees air temp. 55-degree humidity, laps 80, 200 miles, as Pocono is a 2.5 mile tricky triangle, as they call it here at Pocono. Fuel window, about 35 to 45 laps, roughly around in there. I didn't get the official laps, but I do know they will be able to do at least the first stage without having to pit. Now, they may come and pit after the first stage, so they know they have enough to make it to the second stage, and then finish that out, and then, of course, finish the race out with maybe a pit stop or two in between. But they will be able to finish the first stage. I know it, green, on the fuel that they have. So, but anyway, pit road speed, 50 miles an hour. They're going to have to get that thing lowered down to over 200 to 50 miles an hour to come down pit road. The all-elusive speeding penalty, as they call it. Well, we know how those can be, especially at a track like this. So hard to get your lap back unless you get that yellow to come out at the right moment. So, but that is the way this is going to be lined up here tonight. There is a driver, though, I do want to interview real quick, if I can find him. There he is. And you know, the thing about it is, he's actually setting on pit road in that number 4 machine, Jackson Allen. Hey, Jackson, got a copy?
Yeah, Tim.
Hey, Jackson, man, I just wanted to bring you up here because I got to looking at some stats, man. And, you have won 2 races here so far this season. But your last win came on 5-1 of 18. And, man, that was at Talladega. You kind of... You're losing some spunk there. What's going on, brother? Do you think you have what it takes to maybe bring out another victory here at Pocono tonight?
Oh man, we went on a roll there, but we ran strong in all the races since, and led a bunch of laps and won stages and things. This is just a tough league, man. Everybody here is capable of winning, and kind of like real life. You're not guaranteed as a shoe-in the victory lane any given Tuesday night here. The competition is fierce, and you got to be on your A game, and one little mistake can be the difference in winning the race and finishing 10th.
You got that right every week. Week in and week out, you guys put on a show. I mean, there's times y'all go, 3 wide, and y'all are so close together. It's like, I don't know how y'all do it. You can't put a piece of paper sometimes between you guys. But, that was kind of curious. A little bit of stat information out there for everybody. You have won stages, yes, but you just haven't got that last lap, man. And that's how bad the competition is here. I mean, it's very, very good. Bad as in a good thing.
Yeah, Sorry, we're having a little bit of technical difficulties here. The setup didn't load right, so if you looked at the lap times, we're literally running over a minute to get around here. So they're feeding us information here. We might be switching lobbies, so there's just a head up since it sounds like you haven't been informed yet. But yeah, back to the competition. Oh man, this league is definitely one of the best. Like the Monday Night Series is one of the highest paid leagues, if not the highest paid private league. So,
yep, yeah, you got that right. I had the honors of actually calling the first race for the NMNTS, the truck series. I believe it was on Monday nights for you guys, and yeah, I do believe it is if not one of the highest, if not the highest private leagues out there for iRacing here. But yeah, man, gonna be a tough race here tonight. But we will let you get back to it, man. We'll see how things roll out. If we have to switch lobbies, we will do so. But we will not kill the stream. Of course, this has been the number 4 Jackson Allen sitting on pit road. Not happy about that 1 minute 1 second lap there. I'm sure everybody's not happy about the minute laps out there. But Jackson, man, good luck tonight. Regardless if y'all race in this lobby or another lobby, man, good luck.
Yeah, they just gave the word. We're gonna be switching to another lobby. Looks like we're gonna be running Kentucky at night.
Kentucky at night. Oh, so it's not gonna be Pocono.
Yeah, the setup for whatever reason is kind of wonky. Like literally, the left side of the car is bottoming out and it won't let us turn. So,
all right.
We'll change track and we'll roll it from there.
All right, Jackson. Well, we'll see you in the next lobby, bud. Everybody, folks, you heard it. We will be switching lobbies here. Jackson will let you get back to it, man. Get everything set up, man. Good luck.
Thank you, sir.
All righty, folks. Well, as soon as I get the official word from the admins here about what we're doing, of course, we heard it from Jackson, so I'm sure that's what is going to happen. We will get out of this lobby. We will stay live, but I will have everything muted. I will be back to the splash screen, and we will get things rolling as soon as we know what's going on. Of course, I will have to go in and change everything accordingly, but yeah, that's the way we stand right now. Of course, this is what happens, folks, when an update comes out. Well, things change. So we will get the official word in, and we will actually get to the points in the next lobby coming into tonight. Apparently, it's going to be a different track, so we'll actually have to go there and see what's going on as well. So give us just a few minutes, folks. Let's see exactly what's going on, and we will be right back. Alrighty, folks, we are back live here on MaxSpeedTV. There was a little hiccup there going on, like we were stating. The update messed up the setup. The setup was all wrong, and they were pushing a little over a minute on Pocono. So here we are, back with the Inman TSB Graphics Cup Series. They're going to be at Kentucky here. They're going to go ahead and do their Kentucky race, 134 laps here, so or 137 laps, sorry. Stage here tonight, though, will be 30-30-77, so it looks like it is going to be fun as we see the number 4 there of Jackson Allen, who we did interview prior to switching lobbies. Well, wanted to get a word in with him. You know, he hadn't won a race in quite a while, so just seeing exactly how he feels now. Well, now the track changed, so, well, now it's going to be a different story, I'm sure. But nevertheless, you know, it's still going to be a great race by these guys. Of course, I did say we would get to the point standings here coming into tonight. Points didn't change just because they switched lobbies. They are still the same. Spence Thompson coming into tonight, still in a command here in that top spot, 1,278 points. Jared Washon in second, 1,267 points. 11 points separate 1 and 2. Zach Lindgren in that third position, 1,252, 15 behind Washon. James McKee is in fourth with 1,084 points. He is 168 points, though, back behind Zach. But hey, he's still right there. Long season still to go. Yet James McKee can catch any of these guys. He can still pull out the championship. So don't count out James McKee. Bradley Wilson in the fifth spot, 1,041 points, 43 behind McKee. David Heiser, sixth in points, 1,001 points, 40 behind Wilson. Greg Lehrman in seventh, 966 points, 35 back behind Heiser. Gordon Larson Jr. in eighth, 933 points, 33 back behind Lehrman, but real close. Anthony C. in ninth, 931 points. He is only 2 back behind Larson Jr. And Trevor Harmon will crack the top 10 here in that 10th spot. 900 points on the dot, 31 points behind Anthony C. Now, Robbie Buckner will be joining me here momentarily, folks. I am Joshua Medlock here on the mic for you tonight alongside Robbie Buckner, adminning RC, and as usual on Tuesday night. So, but he will be joining me here momentarily as hiccups here in the beginning. We are back, though. That is a good thing. All right. Different track. Gonna be a different style of racing. These guys are not going to put in the full hour. It'll be about 20 minutes of practice because it is a new track. And so they are going to be out here going to do their normal practice. PJ Popham, though, up front, grabbing the top spot in a practice. Let's see if we can get down there and have a view on PJ's car there. I don't know exactly. There he is. PJ Popham in that number 1 Monster Energy machine there forward has the top spot with a 35.901. Jason Alexander, though, in a close second. 0.146 seconds behind PJ Popham. Oh, and a big pile up on the backstretch. Well, this is just practice, folks. It's not going to harm them. Go in and get a new car, get right back out there and try it again. as we go through the pre-race analytics here again. Since this is a different track, we have, it looks like the air and track temp, 78 degrees Fahrenheit, 137 laps, 205.5 miles. Now I have the fuel window at about 50 to 60 laps. I'm not entirely sure exactly what it is. This was kind of a last-minute ditch to get a lobby up. So I believe it's probably going to be closer to 35 to 45, somewhere around in there. I'm not sure. But I just put it as 50 to 60. Pit road, though, 40 miles an hour. That is what it is here right now. Got about 17 drivers that have entered the lobby here. Oh, it looks like turn 2 coming off the back stretch. Maybe a little bit of a problem as we've seen the 00 Gordon Larson Jr. I believe it was a get loose. Oh, no, Gordon's back out on the track. So what, Gordon? Somebody got off loose there. Oh, Kelsey Rogers hitting the wall. Oh, Anthony C. grabbing the top spot here in practice. He just took it from PJ Popham. #51 of Anthony C. Sometimes I can pronounce his last name, sometimes I can't, so we'll just call him Anthony C. 16 drivers on the track. One of them has not came out yet, and that would be Trevor Harmon in the 27. I'm not even showing him as he's in the lobby just yet. Let's see here. Well, let me see if I can get another guy down here to interview. Kelsey Rogers, Josh from the booth. Got a copy?
Hey, go ahead.
Hey, Kelsey, man. Well, I'll see you out there on pit road right now. Currently running in the 10th spot here in practice. Well, a different style of venue. It was supposed to be Pocono, but now it's Kentucky. Well, what do you feel about Kentucky here at a nighttime race?
Well, they threw us the curveball tonight. Just trying to adapt. I don't really have a whole lot to say about Kentucky at night. Haven't really ran here a whole lot, so it's gonna be a learning experience.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Well, you know, our racing update today, you know, that kind of messed everything up for really everybody. You know, Robbie, you know, being our admin, which he has joined us in the booth here as well. You know, just everything happened, and that's what happens when an update happens. So, you know, to get something going, now they're going to be racing Kentucky. Well, man, Kelsey, good luck out there, man. 137 laps here tonight. So, gonna be a long race, but really not that long.
No, it'll go pretty quick. It's pretty slick out there right now. Hopefully we get a little rubber built in, and it should be a good night.
All right, Kelsey Rogers in the number 36 machine. Going to be starting, it looks like, well, we don't know because they haven't qualified yet. But anyway, good luck, Kelsey.
Thanks, man.
All right, now I have been joined up here right now by Robbie Buckner. Robbie, man, how we doing, man?
Dude, it was a long drive.
Yeah, I know, all the way from Pocono to Kentucky. Yeah, that is a long drive.
It's a heck of a haul across the country.
Well, you made it quick.
Amazing what you can do with the right technology.
Oh, yeah. Just go from one browser to another.
Pretty much.
Well, you know,
No.
different style of venue, Robbie. You know, it's supposed to be Pocono, but, you know, it's not.
No.
You know, we're going to be racing at Kentucky, 1.5 miles compared to 2.5 miles. So these guys are going to be racing a lot closer here than they would be at Pocono.
Yeah, it's definitely a change for everybody. Anybody that's been around the NMTS series long knows our history with updates in Pocono. This is like the 3rd year in a row we're getting ready to run Pocono, and they do a big update and they mess this stuff up for us. It's crazy. I was talking to the guys in between the swap. You know, a lot of them, they were arguing over what track we were actually at a while ago, because half of them had the brand new Pocono, the other half had the old Pocono, but they were all in the same lobby, so it was making no sense.
Huh, yeah, that was making no sense.
So something somewhere is messed up in iRacing servers, but you know, they do a good job. They'll get it fixed.
Well,
And,
if I'm not mistaken, didn't they give you Pocono, the new one?
Yeah, they gave you
Because-
the new one, but they left the old one in there somehow in some people's files.
Ah, okay, all right. I
So-
see.
So basically what it looks like is some people after the update got the old Pocono back and not the new one.
Wow. Well, I believe you
But,
can still race on the old one, though, can't you?
Yeah, you can still race on the old one, but for some reason when you load in, I don't know, it's crazy. It's Pocono, it's an update on iRacing, it never works for us. Never works. Last year they got rid of all the setups on us. This year the setup, if you had the new Pocono, the setup was fine. But if for some reason it was loading you into the old Pocono, the setup was junk. So
Yeah, because of the old repavement thing and all that, it changed everything according to the setup. Well, I know we're not going to do the full 41 minutes of practice here. I know you're going to give these guys enough time to practice.
yeah,
you
we
know,
got another 12 minutes.
so, you know, well, let's kind of talk about, you know, some points going on here because, well, I mean, really, the top 3 guys are really close in points. Spence Thompson, Jared LaShawn, Zach Lindgren. You know, Jared LaShawn 11 back behind Spence. Spence in the lead, but Zach Lindgren only 15 back behind Jared. The top 3 really close. Then it kind of jumps down to James McKee. 168 points back behind Zach Lindgren. That's a big gap, but if you think about it in the whole grand scheme of things, stage racing, pole, all that stuff, points add up quick.
Yeah, points add up extremely fast, and you got to also think about the 7-point bonus for finishing with 0x. That adds into it too with us, and then the laps led, and winning the race, winning the pole. I mean, there's a lot of bonus points you can win in a race, so it won't take long. You can leapfrog several drivers in one race if they have a bad race and you have a really good race. So
Oh, definitely.
should be good.
Oh, yeah, it should be a good race here tonight. I'm looking forward to it. I was really looking forward to Pocono, but, well, you know.
Yeah, it happens. Well, I'm going to go down here with these guys. There's actually another new part of the update that we're dealing with, apparently. They've changed the pit road entrance and exit here at Kentucky. And
Really?
I'm not sure.
Wow.
So, it's...
Well, I wonder if I can...
It's basically forcing you now, like, for those that do this or know anything about this, just to kind of give you guys an insight. The old way iRacing was set up was if you came off pit road, as long as you passed those cones, it would pretty much let you merge on the track on most super speedways or mile and a halves and whatnot without giving you a penalty.
Yes.
Well, now it's forcing you to go all the way to the backstretch.
Wow.
So,
well, that
I'm
just
thinking around
changed
here
it up.
to tell everybody to practice exit and pit road so that they don't get penalties tonight. So, you guys hang tight. We'll be back. But like I said, we got another 10 minutes of practice. Josh, have fun. Keep doing what you do, brother.
I'm going to, man. I know you got some RC admin stuff you got to do. I wonder if we could ride along with somebody to give an idea of what the whole new pit road thing's going to be. I need to get somebody down here and we can ride along with them.
Give me a me about 2 minutes and then pull Bradley Wilson. I'll let him know that you're going to pull him and have him kind of talk to you.
Okay, yeah, that would be fine, Robbie, if you could do that.
Well, do. Give me 1 second here. I'll let him know.
Okay. All right, folks. Well, we're going to actually ride along here with somebody about this new pit thing, because that's news to me. I mean, we need to know every little thing we can about it, because it's going to come down to pit road here at Kentucky. And I see Bradley on the track in the number 54 Sim Spec machine there. So we will get him down here momentarily as soon as we figure out what he's going to do. And oh, buddy. Oh, okay. Yeah, there he goes. Just kind of was, looks like he kind of got a little loose there. All right. All right, Bradley is going to come down a pit road here. I'm going to pull him up here, have a word with him, kind of ride along with him in a cockpit view while we do this.
The road, you know,
Oh,
the
right.
road actually has changed a little bit as far as where you have to merge in order for traffic viewability. My understanding is fight. You got practice left. Practice getting on pit road. Stop on the side. Get a penalty for merging incorrectly. It's not getting cleared. But your Ford stop it.
All right, Bradley, got a copy?
Yeah, I got you.
Hey, Bradley, man, well, we got all the information there coming out of your speakers or whatever. I guess you were coming down pit road. Well, we understand there's a new pit thing going on here at Kentucky. We would like to ride along with you, cockpit style. Give us an idea and a rundown on what you have to do.
Yeah, 10-4, you ready to go?
Yeah, go ahead. We're in a cockpit view with Bradley Wilson. So, Bradley, I'm going to turn the mic over to you, bud, and do what you got to do, man.
All right. With this new season update here, they've kind of changed the way you come out on pit road. Before, you could come out, if there was no traffic around, you could come out right about here. However, you'll see now that if you come out right about here in just about a split second, we're going to get an unsafe pit exit, we're going to get a black flag. So now we're going to bring it back down, we're going to make another pit stop. The rule has changed, which I'm a personal fan of. I'll just go ahead and say it. I'm a personal fan of this. I feel like this is going to keep people from coming out of the pits up into traffic and possibly Kevin LePage in the field. So here we go. We're going to make our pit stop real quick.
5, 4, 1. Stop on the side.
I'll go ahead and stay in the car with you and just let them change the tires. Now we're going to do it the new updated way. Give me 1 second. We'll let them put 4 good years on it and we'll go back out here. Alright. So now when you're coming out, you're going to come out and you're going to be forced to stay along the apron. Through 1 and 2, you can come up through the gears a little bit here. But you're going to notice to the left, right about here, there's a blue cone. You'll see that blue cone in the windshield there.
Yes, we do.
You now have to pass the blue cone before you can merge.
Oh.
Which merges you to the backstretch. So, I've already get off of pit road without getting the rule infraction there because we won't be clearing those.
Well,
so definitely gonna be something to keep your eye on.
Oh, definitely. And Bradley, another thing is, a lot of leagues already have implemented enter on a backstretch regardless if there's any traffic. Well, this right here pretty much eliminates that rule. It puts into play. You now have to enter on the backstretch.
Well, what it definitely does is, there are a lot of leagues, including this one, where you have to enter on the backstretch. Even in qualifying, we've had that rule for a long time when we did single car qualifying. this is, in my mind, going to help a lot of leagues out there, because this now takes it from you having to police it. Instead of having to police that as an admin, you are now going to be able to, instead of doing it as an admin, you're now going to be able to, you know, have it done for you.
Yeah, let iRacing control it. Well, Bradley, we appreciate the ride along here with you, bud. I know there's a lot going to go on down there on the track here tonight, different style of venue as well, bud. Good luck. Thanks for the ride on and the new update on that pit road thing, because that was just mind-blowing that they did that. So we appreciate it. Good luck tonight here at Kentucky. Going to be fun.
Yeah, 10-4. Thanks for coming along, and we hope to put on a show for y'all tonight.
It's going to be good. I guarantee it. All right, Bradley Wilson in the 54 machine. We did a little ride along there with him. Well, there you go, folks. The new update here at Kentucky, you have to merge on the backstretch. Guaranteed. If not, unsafe pit exit. You will have to come back down, pit again, get that black flag cleared by iRacing, and then you can get back out on the track. But we're going to be coming down to about 2 minutes left of practice, and then we will get directly into qualifying here at Kentucky. Well, it's supposed to be Pocono, but it's not. So everybody tune in for 137 laps at Kentucky coming up momentarily here on MaxSpeedTV. Well, you guys and gals out there watching can tune in later this week. You know, MaxSpeedTV, the Ghost Rider Cup Series will be at Michigan coming up Thursday night, 7:15 Central, 8:15 Eastern time here on MaxSpeedTV. And, of course, the Ohio IndyCar League. They'll be at Indy this weekend, hopefully. They will be pulling 100 laps at Indy. And the Kovac Construction Company is actually one of the sponsors, or is the sponsor for that race on a Saturday night. So big shout out to them for coming on board with the Ohio IndyCar League. But that is your action here coming up on my side of things for broadcasting on MaxSpeedTV. There's a lot of other broadcasts on MaxSpeedTV as well. We've got, I believe, Norquist tonight. We've got some more tomorrow night, and DSRL, I believe, is Thursday night. So, yeah, a lot of action here on MaxSpeedTV. Going to be here, KR Stolfus, Michael D'Amico, myself, Rudy, Jeff Dotson, Charles Smith. We've got others that have joined the crew co-commentating as well. It's so great to have them on board when they do. A big shout out to Joseph Lombard, I believe it was, who is actually co-commentating with MaxSpeedTV as well with Rudy Cummins. So big shout out to him for coming on board. Everybody should know Joseph. If you don't, well, Lombard Bros Gaming. So he big supporter. I'm a big supporter of him and his brother. So may not show it, but I really am for what they do. Very kid-friendly gaming channel on YouTube. So they do every types of games, but they both Joseph is in iRacing, so he's a really good friend of mine. Happy I know him. So but check them out. You know, awesome people to know. All right, well, it looks like practice is gonna go on just a little bit longer than anticipated. The RNPR 72. Hey, glad to have you in chat there. Woohoo! We going fast in circles. Yep. Well, we were going to go fast on a triangle, but well, this is not a triangle. This is I don't know what you would call Kentucky, to be honest with you. All right, everybody on pit road except for one. There he goes. Cody Spiker now on pit road. The last roll call here. They're going to do their driver's meeting. Yeah, I'll get it out in a minute. I don't English. I can't English today for some reason. And then we'll get right directly into qualifying and get going with that. And I don't know if we're going to have time to interview really anybody tonight. I don't know. We'll try under caution if they have one. And the reason I say if, because I don't know. They could go 137 laps green flag other than the 2 stage cautions, or we could have some wrecks. But let's hope they just go green flag, folks. Let's hope they go from start to finish green flag, 2 stages here tonight. Of course, they got the final stage as well, 30, 30, and 77. I guarantee you they're going to have to pit in that 77 laps. So we're guaranteed to at least see one green flag pit stop. We might actually see 2, depending on who actually stops after the first stage and who stops, when. I don't think you can go 60 laps on a full tank of fuel, so I don't think they can go the first 2 stages on a full tank. I don't know. I've seen some weirder things in my iRacing broadcasting career, so we'll just have to wait and see. Robbie Buckner doing his last minute stuff here. We'll go through the field here. Now, Ryan Broderick in the 32 machine does have the pole, or the top spot here in practice, not the pole, the top spot so far here with a 35.65. Anthony C. in a second with a 35.78. PJ Popham, though, with a 35.91. Jackson Allen in 4th with a 35.99. And Bradley Wilson in 5th with a 36.08. Now, I know Bradley, we should have talked to him earlier about it. He didn't really like Poconos. So, going from Pocono, a track you don't like, to Kentucky, I don't know how he really feels about Kentucky. Maybe we'll get him back down here later on and, kind of talk with him, see exactly how he now feels with it, a different venue. But I know he didn't like Poconos. So, but yeah, here we go. I think getting ready to gonna be calling it. Gonna be going into a qualifying here. I'm going to change some settings here real quick, folks, so give me just like a few seconds. I'll be right back. Alright, got the settings changed. We are back live here and now. The Exactly qualifying is underway. Exactly see who pushed in their first lap here. Times do start coming in here momentarily. PJ Popham on the track. Bradley Wilson. A lot of drivers out on the track here currently. PJ going to drop it there onto the front stretch. Bradley Wilson going to grab the top spot here currently with a 35.99. Now there it goes. It has changed again. James McKee grabbing the top spot with a 34.85. Vince Thompson in second. Bradley Wilson in third. Anthony C. in fourth. PJ Popham in that fifth spot. Top five for him so far. Still a whole lot of drivers yet to take time. They are going to give us enough time to interview the pole sitter at least. So 10 minutes to qualify, 10 minutes for interviews or whatever the case may be for us up here in the booth. Vernon Amargam in that 33 machine, currently running at 9th here in qualifying. Mark Richter coming down pit road, smoking. He is currently in that 10th spot. All right, Matthew McMeekin come across the line here in 14. Ooh, Ryan Broderick grabbing the pole. Boy, that 32, 33.87. Wow, what a time by Ryan Broderick. His name is Mark, but I call him Ryan because that's what it is up there here in iRacing. Matthew McMeekin, though, currently running 8th, qualifying here. If he bettered his time, it looks like he will start in that 8th spot. Now Jackson Allen out there on the track, Cody Spiker, Gordon Larson Jr., see what Jackson Allen does here. Now on the 22 of Cody Spiker. Jackson Allen going to be pulling it in the top 5, currently 4th. What's Cody Spiker got? Currently showing 15th. Trevor Harmon out here on the track. In the 27. Oh, and he tags the wall. As a lap, I don't believe will count. But it looks like Ryan Broderick right now will hold on to the pole. Like Gordon Larson Jr. has decided to elect not to qualify, as well as Craig Lerman. Trevor Harmon going to put in another lap. Bettered his time. He is currently running in the 16th position in the 27 machine. All right, about 4 minutes left. I do believe, though, Ryan Broderick in that 32 machine is going to hold on to the pole. Want to see if we can get Ryan marked down here. Mark Broderick, got a copy.
Yeah, I got you.
Hey, Mark, man. Hey, coming in and grabbing the pole here, bud. Congratulations, first and foremost. I believe everybody is pretty much done putting in their time. So right now you've got the pole. Different venue, though, man. I mean, we went from Pocono all the way to Kentucky. So what was that like?
That was a little, it's just kind of what happens with iRacing sometimes. I was a little bit bummed because track, so Kentucky's a good track though. It's a fun track. A lot of rain, a lot of racing lines, and a lot of passing opportunities.
All right. Well, I mean, you're going to be in a kind of a tighter pack here, rather than what it would have been at Pocono. You have big track Pocono. Here it's a more close quarters, but it's still a good track. You guys put on an awesome show week in and week out. Do you think you have the car out here tonight to pull out a win here at Kentucky?
As long as I keep the rear tires under it, I think that'll be the deciding factor on who.
Hey, tire wear, is it bad?
Oh yeah, the rear tires are going after they're real bad at the beginning. They seem to get a little bit better and then they get bad again, but
okay.
It's just really loose because build and going to take some getting used to.
All right. Well, Ryan. Well, Mark. I don't know your name. I think your real name's Mark, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, you're in here as Ryan. So, well, Mark, man, congratulations on grabbing the pole here at Kentucky for the NMNTS Beer Graphics Cup Series. Man, good luck here tonight. 137 laps, 205.5 miles. Going to be not really a long race, but should make for a great race here.
Oh, it'll feel very long with the tire wear, trust me.
Well, y'all are down there, I'm up here, so we're good.
All right, thank you.
All right, well, we have went from interviewing the pole setter to jumping right straight in to gridding. Thanks, Robbie, for not giving me enough time. Picking on Robbie. All right, well, we'll get him down here to the grid here. Ryan Broderick, Mark Broderick, whatever you want to call him. We'll be grabbing the pole here. This is your Waltz Beer Co. starting grid. Ryan, Mark got a 30.387. Congratulations for grabbing the pole here. James McKee going to be starting on the outside of him on that front row. Spence Thompson, though, current points leader, will be starting in third. Jackson Allen going to be starting in that fourth spot. Bradley Wilson in fifth. Zach Lundgren in sixth. Anthony C. going to be starting in seventh. Kelsey Rogers in eighth position. Matthew McMeekin in ninth. P.J. Popham will be starting in the top 10 here in that 10th spot. Derek Robinson in 11th. Scott LeCaux in 12th. Jason Alexander in 13th. Vernon Margam will be starting in 14th. Cody Spiker in 15th. Trevor Harmon in 16th. Mark Richter in 17th. Jeffrey Smith will be starting in that 18th spot. Gordon Larson Jr. will be starting 19th. Craig Lerman in 20th. And that will do the field here for this race. We got 20 drivers here tonight. Ryan Broderick, though, going to be leading them to the line. Oh, okay. Well, sorry, Robbie. Wow. You sent me a message, and then I didn't even see it until now. We're going to roll over in 2 minutes. Going from qualifying to gridding. So, I didn't even see your message until now.
I'm awesome at that.
Yeah, well, I got the interview in. I got Ryan Broderick up here to interview him, so we did that about 2 minutes left, and well, here we go. We are rolling off here. That 32 Caterpillar machine going to be bringing them to the line. Boy, this ought to be a good race. 20 drivers out here at Kentucky. I wonder if they can hang on to it.
They're gonna definitely have a good time trying to do it.
We'll get it started the way we always get it started here on MaxSpeedTV. Well, the way I always get things started here on MaxSpeedTV.
You gonna reach up there and pull them belts tight?
Yeah, exactly.
One more time.
Exactly. For everybody out there that has not ever heard the way I get these races going, well, y'all's in for a treat here tonight. I know Robbie enjoys it. Well, all right, here we go. Going around to turn number 4 here. Pace car are gonna dive off. Strap those seatbelts. Get your last drink, because the pace car is off. We're about ready to go green flag racing here at Kentucky. Here we go. Green flag is out. Boogity, boogity, boogity. Let's go racing at Kentucky. All right, as they get all 3 and 4 wide here. Oh, hopefully not this early, but we don't need none of that 3 and 4 wide. Whoa, look at the move that H trying to make. James McKee. Golly, making moves already. Looking into the inside to take point from Ryan Broderick. Mark Broderick. I don't know his name. I think his real name's Mark, but we're going to call him Ryan Mark. And I don't know who led that lap. Oh, Mark did. Wow. Mark Broderick leads the first lap. 3 wide for the lead. Oh, well, we got to talking about James McKee. You know, James McKee. Oh.
Got Laco backed out of it. Gordon got into the back.
Oh, wow, yeah, everybody doing some checking up here. Well, still a battle for the lead up front. And these guys are still racing it hard, strong up here. And Ryan Mark led that on lap again. Boy, that 8 of James McKee side by side with that 32. And here comes the 4 Jackson Allen.
Jackson is determined to make that bottom work.
Oh, yeah, well, we know at Kentucky is usually the middle of the mountain line is the place to be. But, hey, anything can happen.
Heck yeah. You never know what's going to happen out there. These guys will definitely get after it tonight. You know, they weren't prepared for this, but I guarantee you 15 laps into this, these guys will be slowed in and get racing like there's no tomorrow.
Exactly. James McKee led a lap. Bonus point for James McKee. And number 8 machine still fighting strong up here. New leader, Jackson Allen, is number 4 for Ryan Broderick. Mark is moving some positions on that high side.
Yeah, right now I think Ryan's probably going to try and save some tires. Because I have a feeling, as green as that track is, they're going to wear these tires out really fast.
Oh, it definitely. Lap 5 up, 1 to 37 for stage lap 30. 25 laps to go for the end of stage 1 already. Well, they're going to wind down this race pretty quick. They're pushing roughly, I don't know how fast they're going around the track, but I know it's almost 180.
Yeah, these guys are hitting the speeds of upwards of 190 miles an hour down in the corner, carrying about 165, 175 through the corner, so probably about 175 laps.
Anthony C in the 51, look to the inside of Spence Thompson, the 89 to go into 4th. Spence moves up the track. Anthony C on the lower side, distance for that 4th position, and he will make the pass cleanly. Anthony C goes into 4th. Boy, well, now Spence has company. Ryan Broderick looking back to the inside of the 89 to go into the 5th spot. Spence holding strong on the outside going into turn number 1. Well, what are they going to do out of turn number 2 here coming off the backstretch? Still side by side.
Side by side, but giving each other a lot of room.
Yeah, a lot of respect given out there here early tonight. At the end, I don't know. Well, the big question is, if you're racing your teammate for the win, do you wreck him to win, or do you just let him win? I mean, what do you do?
Well, if you're part of WFO, I can tell you what our rule was.
What's that? Wreck to win?
Wreck to win.
Oh.
The shit out of your teammate. We always say race each other hard and aggressive, but you know.
Exactly. No, I know everybody's gonna hear the. Oh, 1 into the wall. Who was that? Did you catch it?
43, it looks like.
All right, the 43, Craig Lerman. Oh, losing a lot of positions back here. He is now currently running in that 17th position, following Jason Alexander in the number 5. Oh, hey, he kept it going, no caution. Good save.
Yeah, good save. He definitely got up and in the wall. The 3 and 4 got loose and sideways. Was able to gather it in, and the guys did a good job of avoiding it.
Well, that's what you got to do.
Oh, you're good.
All right, well, they're going to be back coming on to the turn number 3 here. Pretty much single file. Boy, Jackson Allen, ever since he's got up front, he just, he left everybody. Clean air, man. Clean air is key.
Yeah, clean air definitely makes a big difference to how your lap times can run. But it doesn't sound like a lot, but it's probably about a tenth of a lap difference between running in clean air to running in dirty air.
Exactly. We get a wide view of the backstretch here, seeing everybody come around the corner. The 51 of Anthony C. looking to make a pass on James McKee. Hadn't done so just yet. James McKee running second, Anthony C. in third as they come through the trioval hill onto the front stretch. And think about Kentucky. That front stretch is not a stretch. It is a turn all the way around.
Yeah, it's a giant D, and it's a D the entire way. It's not like Charlotte and Texas and all where you got a little bit of a straightaway. It's a straight D the entire way.
So one of the D-shaped ovals here on iRacing, and of course in real life, NASCAR, I do believe they do take the Cup cars to Kentucky every year, or is it every other year?
They take them every year.
Take them every year. Yeah, I've never been to a NASCAR race. Well, we got a battle here between the 51 and the 8, side by side onto the backstretch. The more they race, the more Zach Lindgren, though, in that 85 is going to catch a right and back up to him. I don't think these two up here are saving anything.
No, they're not saving anything right now. They're going as hard as they can. You know, they got 17 laps to go in this stage, so get it while the get's good, I guess.
Exactly. Well, we have got to talk about that number 36 of Kelsey Rogers. Came into the league, and he has been performing. If awesomely was a word, that's the way I would put it, but he has been performing outstanding. Racing it hard with these guys safely and giving everybody the respect they need. But when he has to make a move, he does it in a way that he knows everybody's going to, not wreck. He just times his moves perfectly.
Yeah, most definitely. He come into our league this year, earlier in the year, and, come in guns a-blazing, kind of ran pretty aggressive, kind of made some injuries there. Since then, he's become a lot more methodical in what he does, and it's allowing his talent to show, and he's really starting to pick up good finishes week in, week out now, and that consistency is going to start paying off for him here soon.
Yes, it is. Jackson Allen, 12 laps led here so far. Mark Broderick, 2 laps. James McKee did get the bonus point, though. He has led 1 lap, now back to third as Anthony C. does get around him. And, still early on in the race, though, here, Robbie, 2 stages. Running green flag here so far. I think they're going to keep it pretty clean here tonight. Well, at least they're going to try to, I'm sure.
Yeah, I have a feeling we're going to be clean and green probably through this whole stage here. Probably towards the end of the second stage we may get a caution, but honestly, here lately it seems like these races are going clean and green to probably about the last 20 or so laps, and then we're getting a caution, and it's just kind of restacks the field, and everybody goes after it then.
Yeah, exactly. Now, I did have the honors of talking to Bradley, before we went live at Pocono, before we switched over. Bradley didn't like Pocono. Do you know Bradley's feeling on Kentucky?
He likes it a whole lot more than Pocono. I hadn't heard him say yet we need to fill it with water. Yeah, Bradley wants to turn the long pond straightaway at Pocono into an actual pond.
Yeah, he does not like Pocono. He did tell me that he was going to run in the back the whole race if he had to, because he does not like Pocono. But hey, he's running strong here right now, currently running in 7th, going to be battling side by side right now with Mark Broderick there in that 32. So still a long race. I'm sure a lot of these drivers out here, if not all of them, except for Jackson Allen, just wanting to wind down the laps. Jackson Allen here pretty much all by himself. Anthony C, though, 5/10 of a second right behind him. That's not very far here in Kentucky.
Yeah, that's not a big lead. That's not it's not a lead you can relax on.
All right, lap 20. We've got 10 laps to go and across the line here before the end of the stage. Now, Robbie, I'm gonna bring it up, man. Don't hit that button early.
We're not gonna do it. We're not gonna do it.
Still crack up about it. They give me a hard time in chat.
They're still giving me a hard time in the league. So.
Well, I was actually we were doing a GRCS last week. Well, we have a battle. We're going to have probably a battle for the lead here momentarily. Is Anthony C looking to the inside, and he wants to grab a bonus point here, and it looks like he will make the pass on that 4 to go into the lead. Anthony C with his first lap led here at Kentucky, and right before the stage.
Yeah, power move there by Anthony on the inside to get around Jackson there.
Yeah, he did what he had to do to get that lap led, so a bonus point for Anthony C. But they were giving me a hard time in chat last week at GRCS. You know, the guys in chat that was there with us on Tuesday night were there in chat. They were asking if Robbie was with me, and if he was, if he could hit that button early.
No, he's not there.
Yeah, I'm like, no, Robbie ain't with me tonight. So, but man, we had a good time last week. What a race that was.
That was a heck of a race. The guys didn't let me live that down probably for about 3 full days. I'd get a message every now and then. Don't do it. That would be all they'd say to me is just don't do it.
Oh man. Well, Spence Thompson found his way up here into the 4th spot in the 89 DeWalt machine. Moving on up, Zach Lindgren in 5th. Coming down to about 7 to go here for the stage momentarily.
Yeah, these guys are running a good stage here, I tell you. They're starting to get spread out. Everybody's starting to get a little bit of gap between them, and it's pretty impressive.
Yes, it is, of course, you know, at the stage. Now, I didn't know exactly what the fuel window was here for Kentucky because, you know, different tracks change the fuel, you know, how many laps you can go. I don't believe you guys can go 60 full laps on a tank of fuel. You're going to have to pit after the first stage, aren't you?
I would assume you would have to. If nothing else, for tires, you're going to want to.
Well, it looks like Anthony C., if he can hold off Jackson Allen for another 4 laps, he will bring home the stage a win here. But, you know, he's got to hold off Jackson Allen, and he's got to really hold off all these other guys, too. You know, you just can't. Oh! Jackson gets loose. Whoa, turn 2. Treacherous here tonight.
Yeah, off the corners. These cars will get tail happy with you. You'll start tank slapping it down the straightaway if you're not careful.
Exactly. Jackson Allen
did a good job of holding on to that.
Yeah, he did, but he lost a lot of time on Anthony C. Down back behind him now about a little over a second. That allowed James McKee and Spence Thompson to close the gap on Jackson Allen in that number 4. But right now, it's all Anthony C. up front here in the 51.
Yeah, Anthony's pretty much telling everybody, see you later.
Like, this is my stage, and I'm going to take it.
Pretty much. He's staking his claim as one of the guys to beat tonight, that's for sure.
Yes, he is. He sure is. Anthony C. running back in 9th in points, 931, 2 back behind Gordon Larson Jr. This will be a good points night for him if he can, you know, get the first stage win, definitely.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, that's 10 bonus points right there.
Oh, wow. Well, they add up.
Yeah, they do.
All righty, folks. 1 to go I do believe 29. Yeah, it'll be 1 to go because y'all throw it right at lap 30. So
Yes, sir.
yep. So 1 to go here for the stage. Anthony C. As he comes around turn number 2. 2 more turns for Anthony C. in the 51. Boy, he gets really close to that wall. Makes me nervous.
But it's comfortable for him.
Well, it ain't comfortable for me. All right. Anthony C. will be your stage winner here if he can hold it for about 100 foot. And there it is. Anthony C.
All right, man,
your stage winner here,
out.
stage number 1 here for the NMNTSB Graphics Cup Series. Give us a few minutes, folks. We'll let these guys do what they got to do. We'll get Anthony C. down here to give him a quick interview. Catching up to the pace car.
Yeah.
And he passed the pace car. All right, here we go. Well, they caught up to the pace car here. Anthony's going to let the pace car by. And I'm sure they're going to come to pit road. I mean, I don't think they're going to stay out to chance it. Tires, premium. I don't know. Do you have to use the? I don't think you have to use the access road under caution, do you?
No.
Okay. I believe under green flag you do, but I don't think you do under caution.
No, right now where they're at, right there, where you see that yellow starting right there on the bottom, that's the entrance to pit road on the NASCAR.
Oh, okay. I see it now. I see it. All right. Well, coming down to pit road here. They're going to get their fuel and their tires, I guarantee it. And they're going to be back out here on the track. Well, there is the caution again coming across the screen as they cross the line on pit road. Anthony C. sliding in his pit stall, the 4 of Jackson Allen in. It looks like everybody is cleanly. The 54 of Bradley Wilson has to back up.
Oh, that's going to hurt.
Oh. And the 54, the 51.
The 85 had to back up a little bit too.
Ouch, the 85 of Zach Lindgren. Well, Anthony C. off and away. He will win the race off of pit road. Well, we're going to get Anthony down here. Woohoo, Anthony C. got a copy.
Yes, I do.
Hey, bud, hey, you got the stage win here at Kentucky, man. So congratulations on that. You got out front. You did what you had to do, but man, I talk about that number 4, though. He was right there until he got a little squirrely. Was you a little nervous?
Just a little. I think he wore out his tires a little bit too early, and I just started catching him. I saw him getting loose coming at it 2, and then passed him, and then I saw him when he was behind me getting loose at it 2 again.
All right, well, 10 bonus points coming to you for the stage win here tonight. Definitely going to help you in points. Right now, you have passed Gordon Larson Jr. for 8th with winning the stage here. But, you know, that all depends on where Gordon finishes. You know, if he does come back up front to win the race, win stage 2, you know, you two are battling it out back here for 8th and 9th. So, you know, Gordon Larson Jr., 933, 33 points. You, Anthony, 931. You were only 2 back behind him. So, right now, you have him passed, but hey, you can't count out Gordon Larson Jr.
No, definitely. He's always comes back into contention near the end of the race, and that's usually when I start falling back. So it's going to be a competition in the end.
All right, Anthony C., you're stage 1 winner here tonight. Robbie, you got anything for him before we let him go?
No, about the only thing I got is, Anthony, what do you think about the new pit road rule that came in the latest update, man? You were one of the first ones to point it out.
Actually, I like it. It was starting to get out of hand where the cars coming up too high out of the track, and with this rule, I like it to keep people down there until you catch your speed and then get up on the track. But I like it. I think it's a great rule to have been placed.
Heck yeah, brother. Well, best of luck to you the rest of the way. Hopefully, we'll talk to you at the end of stage number 2.
Yeah, definitely. Thank you, guys.
Thank you, Anthony.
Thanks.
All right, well, we'll drag him back down here, Anthony. See your stage 1 winner here. We got some questions in chat I need to answer. Well, they already answered it for me. Creed Daniel.
Yeah, I answered it for him. That's me, by the way.
Oh, well, I didn't know. Whoa, okay, well. Yeah, admin throws the manual caution, and that'll end the stage. Unfortunately, they count the laps for stages under caution, so they won't quite have 30 laps for stage 2. It looks like they're going to have, what is it, about 25? Yeah, about 25 laps. So, well, Robbie, man, I'm going to let you get them going here. Anthony C. going to lead them to the line, though.
Heck yeah. Anthony, our stage 1 winner, is going to lead them down to the line. He's going to have Spence Thompson to his outside, so Spence was able to make up ground on pit road there. Good stop by his crew. We have James McKee behind him and Zach Lingering behind him, so it should be exciting here as they start to come off of turns 3 and 4. Once the pace car is fully off, Anthony will have full control of the field. Be up to him to decide where he wants to go. So let's see if he's going to play restart games with these guys or if he's just going to go as soon as the pace car drops. Pace car makes his move. Anthony waits. Anthony's on the loud pedal. He caught Spence sleeping. Him and James McKee are going to get around Spence before they get to the start-finish line.
Well, the inside line just went zooming because here comes the number 4 of Jackson Allen as well.
Yeah, they caught Spence asleep at the wheel there.
Spence Thompson, man, one heck of a racer, you know. Well, all these guys out here, I mean, they're heck of a racers. And, you know, Robbie, I know we've been talking about, you know, wanting to get things running and going so you can get back in the car. Let's see what we can do about that, you know, because I know you definitely miss it, man. You miss out here racing it up with these guys.
I don't miss the cup cars. I am absolutely horrible. I miss the trucks. I really do. I enjoy broadcasting. Don't get me wrong. I really enjoy it. But I enjoy my time in a cup car.
Well, so let me get this straight. You don't enjoy the cup car, but you enjoy your time in the cup car? You mean the trucks, right?
In the trucks. I enjoy broadcasting the cup races. This I enjoy.
Okay, all right. You don't like racing
driving these things.
Oh, a lot of horsepower behind these machines here, man. I mean,
tiny spoiler.
Man.
Call me Matt Crafton. I like the truck series.
All right. Well, we'll call you Matt Crafton, I guess. Well, the 88. I believe that was the 88. Was that the 88? Yes, it was. Let's see if I can catch up to him. Or is that the 818 of Derek Robinson there?
That'd be the 818.
The 818. No, the one on the inside of the 818. The 22. That's the 22. That's Cody Spiker. Yeah, he caught that yellow line there on that last lap. Almost upset that machine.
Yeah, that yellow line is not friendly.
No, it's not cup car friendly. Not truck car friendly either.
I tell you though, if your car's tight, that's one way to get it to turn.
Yeah, true.
Unfortunately, it'll turn better than you want it to.
Well, Creed, man, no offense, bud, but we do not like anything political in the chat here on MaxSpeedTV. I mean, I understand your point of views and everything, personal, everything on that. But unfortunately, I understand NASCAR and all them is, all about talking about all that as well. But, please, out of respect for everybody, including the leagues and myself, MaxSpeedTV, if we could, please keep political stuff out of chat. That would be very, very much appreciated. Not mad at all, man. Just if you didn't know, that's just kind of letting you know, because that really can start a big argument. We don't want that.
3 things you don't talk about: religion, politics, and money.
Exactly.
I'll tell you though, Anthony C is gone. he has checked out on the field.
Yeah, let's go back up and check on Anthony C. We was watching the middle of the pack here with the wide view. I like the wide view at here, Kentucky, because you can really see the cars, you know.
Oh, yeah.
It may not be as loud as a lot of people like, but you know, you can hear us. You can still hear the cars when they're zooming around. But you can really see the field, and that's why I like TV3 here at Kentucky. Don't have a custom camera pack for Kentucky. So, but as you can see on the back stretch, man, you really can see the field coming around the corner there as that 51 of Anthony C. dominating out front here.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Anthony's doing a good job keeping his car in position to be able to take advantage of his tires and his position. I tell you though, man, he is running away with this thing.
Oh yeah, 1.5 seconds in front of James McKee, but boy, James McKee having a strong run here tonight at Kentucky. He's currently running in that second spot in the 8. Boy, he's got Jackson Allen at his tailpipe. As soon as we can get it clicked over there, if it'll ever go. It's one of those ordeals, ATVO. There we go. Finally, I didn't double click it. That was my bad. James McKee, though, man, he has got company, though. That 4 machine of Jackson Allen right there. Any closer, that 4 would be up the tailpipe of that number 8.
Any closer, I think he'd be going to Menards to buy him some duct tape to fix it. I tell you, though, man, Jackson Allen, I think he learned something in that first stage. I think he went harder than he wanted to at the beginning of that stage. Saw what happens to his tires, and I think this stage will be a little bit different from him. You know, typically Jackson's one of those guys that's deadly on the long run, and I think he just kind of assumed that with it only being 30 laps, he could run a lot harder than he could.
Exactly. Now here at Kentucky, I have noticed they don't downshift. I don't believe they're down. I know some do, but I don't know if anybody out there is downshifting here at Kentucky here tonight. There may be, you know, I don't know, but Kentucky is just one of those tracks that changes, you know, and D-shaped oval. I mean, that's pretty much what it is. It's a D-shaped oval.
Yeah, I doubt anybody's downshifting, man. As loose as these cars are tonight, man, you try and downshift in the corner here, you're just gonna upset the car, and it's going to get ugly for you real fast.
Exactly. Battle for second place here. James McKee, Jackson Allen looking to the inside of that number 8 side by side. Coming out of turn number 4 on to the front stretch here at the D Oval of Kentucky. Looks like that 4 machine of Jackson Allen did have the spot up there. Still trying to make that pass cleanly, and he does. Jackson Allen goes into second.
Yeah, Jackson's slowly making a charge back towards the front. Right now, though, like we said, Anthony's got a little over 1.8 seconds on him. So it's going to be interesting to see if he can start running him down.
Don't look now, but James McKee not giving up. Here comes the 89 of Spence Thompson looking to the outside of the number 8. Can Spence make it stick out there? That's the thing. No grip.
Yeah, the outside is treacherous. Spence is a better man than me to go up there.
Well, he made it stick. He's still side by side with the number 8 coming around turn 3 and 4 onto the front stretch. The 89 machine up high. The 8 on the low side. Whoa, look at the run the 89 just got. Wow!
Yeah, Spence hung it out there and matted that son of a gun, so it was either going to stick or he's going to tear the wall down, one of the two.
Well, he made it stick. That is for sure. Now Jackson Allen on a charge up to the front here, but he has got some work cut out for that number 4 machine because that number 51 of Anthony C. 1.7 seconds ahead. As we go on to Anthony C. Look at a far chase view looking back here. If I can get to it. There, well, no, not that one. That's a far chase. Rear chase, that's the one we wanted. As we look back toward the second, third, and fourth spot. And that looks like a huge gap, folks, from our angle and to yours, but it's really not. any slightest mistake by that 51 machine, and Jackson Allen, Spitz Thompson, or James McKee, well, even Kelsey Rogers, you know, running right there with them, they can capitalize on it in a heartbeat.
Oh yeah, he's definitely not out of the danger zone yet as far as being able to make a mistake and be okay. But he's digging for all he's worth right now, and I tell you, the stage is winding down. He's doing a good job. I tell you, Anthony is looking like he's going to be the man to beat tonight.
Yes, he is, it looks like. I mean, he is coming to take lap 52 here, and we're down now to 8 laps to go before the end of stage number 2, and Anthony C. going to be dominating. Well, he's going to be dominating. He's already dominating here already early on. Well, you know, when they come down to the end of the next stage, the last stage here, 77 lap shootout, I guarantee you they're either going to have to pit for fuel or tires or both. I don't know. I don't think they can run 77 laps on what they have if they come to pit road after stage 2. It may be close.
It's going to be extremely close. I think if you're able to run on fuel, you know, tire fall off, I mean, it's almost 3-4 seconds by the time. 3 wide in the back with Broderick, Spiker, and Vernon. Sorry, that caught my attention all of a sudden. But no, you know, the fall off's about 3 to 4 seconds over an entire run. So, you know, these guys qualified in the low 30s, and right now your leader's turning laps around 32 flat, so that's what, about 2 second fall off?
Roughly about 2 seconds, yep. And they're still 3 wide back here. Golly!
Yeah, I just happened to look up and I see them 3 wide. I was like, whoa.
I think they got it straightened out there.
That's a crazy race right there.
Oh yeah, Ryan Broderick. And in the 32, the 22 of Cody Spiker. Now following the 33 of Vernon Markham. I think that's how you pronounce his last name. Yeah, that's the way I'm going to pronounce it.
You got to the series. I'm not exactly 100% sure. But I tell you, I want to give a quick shout out to the 818 of Derek Robinson. That's a solid run there tonight. Derek's running there in the looks like 13th position. Doing a good job tonight. It's pretty impressive, if you ask me.
Yeah, I'm currently, I've got him shown in 12. Of course, mine updates. I don't know what you're using for updates, but mine updates. Oh, okay. Mine updates as they pass each other like right then. So 12, 13 spots. Yeah, hey, the 818 Derek Robinson having a good run. You know, right now, he's looking to the inside of the 43 of Craig Lerman to take 12th. It looks like Craig just went around the outside of him, though.
He's doing good, though. I tell you, it's good to see a guy like Derek kind of solid run like that. You know, it's good to see. Derek's one of those guys that's always here every week, shows up, and it's good to see him get a solid run.
Yes, it is. Anthony C. up front in point here. Top 5, Anthony C. Jackson Allen in second. Spence Thompson in third. Oh! Who was that? That was Broderick. Yes, it was. That was old Mr. Mark. Man.
Wow, that thing come around almost.
That snapped on him, that's for sure.
Done a good job of saving it, though.
Looks like Marco Richter is just now coming back off of pit road. Oh, and he has some damage on that machine there in that 97.
Yeah, I think he got loose and got up into the wall.
All right.
We're coming to the end of the stage, though.
Yes, we are. We'll go back up here on Anthony here. As soon as it decides it wants to go back over, but the 51 machine going to cross the line again for the second time tonight. Winning stage at number 1 and 2. Going to sweep the stages here so far. Well, Anthony C, man, on a roll.
Yeah, Anthony's having a heck of a night tonight. It's going to be hard to beat him, I think. You're going to have to come up with something big to beat him because it didn't look like Jackson or anybody was gaining on him there throughout that run.
All right, well, we'll let them catch up to the pace car. Let them do their pit here, and then we will get Anthony. We might as well just keep him up here with us.
We might as well just make a run for him.
Yeah, might as well. Well, I don't know. We're going to be coming down to the final stage here. And I imagine we're going to see some of these guys out here. They may be holding back. You know, we know. We know how some of these guys race, so they may be just holding back. I don't care about the first stage. I just want to win the race, you know.
Yeah, I mean, you never know. I'll tell you, you know, stranger things have happened. You see guys run about 7th, 8th, 9th the entire race, and all of a sudden you get down to the last 20 laps. You're like, where in the crap did that guy come from?
Exactly.
So, but Anthony's doing a well of a job tonight. You know, that's a hats off to him tonight. You know, he's shown up with a good car, and he's definitely taking advantage of it.
Yes, he is. Everybody going to come down pit road. Ooh, looks like we had somebody kind of peel off there. Oh, I believe that was the 27 of Trevor Harmon going to peel off. Going to come and believe take over the lead. Yeah, now Trevor Harmon did not with the stage, folks. Anthony C did. But Trevor Harmon will stay out to lead a lap. We will get that off of here real quick. And we'll get back down here to Anthony C, who we're going to interview here momentarily. All right, Anthony C coming back off on to the track here. Well, Robbie, I'll let you do the honors of interviewing Mr. Anthony here this time, since I did it the last time. But I will do the honors of dragging him up here, and there you go.
Anthony C, Robbie Buckner in the MaxSpeedTV booth. Got a copy, bud?
Yes, I do.
2 for 2 tonight, brother. What's it going to take to win this final stage?
I don't know. It's going to be a long green flag run, so it's just a matter of saving what you got. I don't know if we're going to have to pit or not, so we'll see what that ends up being like.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be interesting to see whether or not you need to come in and pit. How's the car feel over the long run? Think you're going to be able to keep it going?
Yeah, it's just a little loose coming out of the turns. Turns 4 is a little bit trickier because of the banking coming onto the straightaway. But the longer we run, I know it's going to get looser and looser, but it's just a matter of getting on the gas at the right time.
Yeah, definitely, brother. I tell you, one thing I've noticed out of you tonight, you've been able to get about a 1.5 second, 2 second lead and kind of hold that position on everybody. Is that just you getting out there and saving the tires, or is that pretty much about the extent of it?
No, once again, that good enough gap is a matter of just saving the tires, and that's what I've been doing. I see what the distance is between me and second place and just kind of keep that. But it's basically just trying to save the tires, not really pushing it through the turns.
Well, heck yeah, brother. Best of luck to you the rest of the way. Josh, got any questions for our Stage 2 winner?
Well, Anthony C, man, just dominating here tonight up front here yet again, winning stage number 2. Another 10 points coming to you. So, hey, 20 points right there already in the books. Hey, man, all you got to do now is lead the most laps and win the race. And, well, you'll almost sweep the the points.
That's what I'm hoping for, is to sweep all the points.
But you didn't get the. Did you get the pole?
No, I did not.
Oh, okay, well, you won't sweep the points then.
Yeah, well, I was trying to get more, at least all of the points.
All right, yeah, well, we'll go with that. Yeah, majority of the points. Hey, man, still a long race, though. 77, roughly about 77 laps left to go here. Anything is possible. Now is going to be gritty time here. So good luck, Anthony, man. We'll see you hopefully at the end there. Still a whole lot of turns left, but good luck.
Yeah, definitely, guys. Thank you.
Did you get the pole? Well, I mean, if he would have got the pole, yeah, if he come away with the race win, yeah, that would have been a sweep. And let alone, if he got 0x, oh man, That would have definitely been a sweep, you know.
I'm gonna have to go back and look at all the stats. I'm trying to think if there's anybody that's actually done that this year yet, swap all the points. But I don't think anybody has. But Anthony's got a hold of this race, kind of like Schmeagol with the ring in Lord of the Rings. He's just holding on to it, calling it his precious, and he's gonna see if he can't keep everybody from getting there.
Exactly. Yeah, I know that feeling, but hey, he's gonna have company now. He's got Spence Thompson, Jackson Allen, Kelsey Rogers back up here, James McKee, Matthew McMeek, and PJ Popham, Brennan Markham, Ryan Broderick, and Craig Lerman is your top 10 here. We're going to be coming to the green flag here on lap number 65. Still a whole lot of laps left to go as they make their way out of turn at number 4 here, folks. Pace car is off. What is Anthony going to do? Hold him back, hold him back. He's going to be on the green flag. Whoa, good start on it. Kind of got jammed up back here in the back, but a good start by everybody up front. And this time the 89 of Spence Thompson wasn't sleeping.
No, Spence is ready for him this time. Definitely ready for him this time. Good job by Spence there to kind of hold serve at least this time, being able to keep second place without falling back.
Yes, he is. Right now, he's got company over Jackson Allen. Looking at the inside of the 89. Spence Thompson as they make their way onto the front stretch here. Long turn around it. It looks like the 89 will hold that position for the moment. Still battling side by side the more they battle. But here comes the number 8, James McKee, looking to the inside. 4 made the pass. The 8 looking to make the pass on to Spence Thompson as well. The 36 of Kelsey Rogers also making his way up here into the top 5. He is looking to make a pass on the inside as well of the 89. Wow, these guys.
It's getting down to business time now. I tell you, guys are starting to come to the front that we haven't talked a lot about that guy right there in 6th place, PJ Popham. PJ Popham's one of those guys that's usually a threat week in, week out. We haven't called his name much tonight, but he's up in 6th. He's got himself in position where if he can get a good solid run here at the end, he can possibly capitalize on this one.
Oh, yes, he can. It's still anybody's race here. This is the NMNTSB Graphics Cup Series at Kentucky. Supposed to be at Pocono, but it's at Kentucky here tonight. Some issues going on with the setup. iRacing update messed everything up for everybody, so we kind of had to switch it over to a race. So now speaking of that, now this is the Kentucky race. Now, is this going to go with the Kentucky schedule that y'all have? Is this the race for the schedule, or how y'all going to do that? You know,
right now we're still contemplating how we're going to handle this whole situation. This was the easiest choice for tonight as far as scheduling wise. Potentially we could swap the Kentucky night race out for Pocono, or we could possibly just run 2 Kentucky races this year. So right now the final decision hasn't been made. We're still looking at it, mulling over the schedule, trying to figure out exactly which way we're going to go. But I tell you, when I was down there having the driver's meeting with all the guys, joking around about the fact that we're at Kentucky instead of Pocono, I told everybody, welcome to the NMTSBA graphics. Pocono hates the NMTS, so we're here at Kentucky 137. So, it's funny, man. I tell you, something about iRacing updates, Pocono and the NMTS, they just do not go along. I tell you, next year we're going to look at the schedule, and if it looks like they're going to have a big update around Pocono, we're just going to move Pocono out like 4 weeks.
Week 13 is always dreadful when it comes to updates and setups and all that stuff. Well, while we were talking, Matthew McMeekin took over the 6th position here, got around Ryan Broderick at the 32. So Matthew McMeekin in that Navy machine out making moves as well, the 33. Vernon Markham, also one of the newcomers here, looking like he's going to try to get around PJ Popham.
He's definitely digging down there on the bottom, trying to get by. PJ's kind of holding his door down there, kind of taking the air off of Markham, making him kind of slip up a little bit.
There comes the 85, one we haven't really mentioned much tonight, but the one I know very well, Zach Lindgren.
Yeah,
he's also running a Navy paint scheme. I'm very, very fond of Navy paint schemes.
That's all good, brother. I tell you.
Military, Navy veteran here, so, you know.
How does a dude from Arkansas end up in the Navy?
Well, anybody can join. It's military.
That's true. That's true. Just one of those, not a lot of water around you, so you figure you want to see the oceans?
Pretty much. That's pretty much the way it is.
Hey, it's fine. You know, I grew up in a military family. My brother was in the Army. My dad was in the Army and Civil Service Air Force. When I was in high school, I had the distinction of the year I was a senior. I had the highest ASVAB score in the Southeast on the entry test. So I had recruiters calling me all the time. And me and my dad were sitting down. We were talking. I was trying to figure out what I was going to do, if I was going to go to college or go to the military. And my dad said, well, I'm going to give you the pros and cons. I said, okay. Well, Dad said, if you like hanging out in the ocean, basically just rocking back and forth for the rest of your life, join the Navy. He said, if you want to be the person thrown into the crap the very first time, go be a Marine. If you want to sleep on the hard ground for the rest of your life, go join the Army. And if you want to hang out in an air-conditioned tent and look at computer screens, go join the Air Force.
Well, I mean, it's a breakdown pretty much. I mean, hey, everybody, though, military's got to work together, you know.
Oh, yeah.
You know, where they all Air Force, Navy, Marines, National Guard, Coast Guard, and my dogs are putting their 2 cents in. If anybody can hear it over the broadcast here on MaxSpeedTV, they have their opinions as well. You know, they all have to work together, you know. We may make jokes about it one another, but when it comes to the military, they all have to work together because they are our protection here in the United States, you know, from foreign and domestic. So, you know, it is what it is, you know.
Sorry, I didn't mean to laugh at what you're saying. Just happened to look at the chat.
Yeah, I see that. Evil Batman, one of my regulars here, he was one of the ones that was actually given well, not really me a hard time, but he was one of the ones that was commenting last week on that, wondering if he was in chat about the random caution and everything.
We're done with the cautions, man. I threw them when they were supposed to be thrown tonight. So we're good tonight.
Yeah, he did good.
If another caution comes out tonight, I got nothing to do with it.
Now I think Robbie's going to unplug his keyboard, just in case.
Unplug the mouse, throw it away. Yeah, turn the wheel off.
Just get rid of everything. That way you ain't have nothing to worry about.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, well, right now, though, Anthony C. still out front. 56 laps led for that 51 machine. Jackson Allen, 17 laps led here tonight, looking for more, just trying to do what he can to stay up here with that 51. Can Jackson Allen capitalize on Anthony C., or is Anthony C. going to pull away? Whose tires are going to wear out before each other's? Well, we don't know, because they're going to have to pit, folks. They are definitely going to have to pit. I don't believe they can make it on fuel. If they can, it's going to be really close, but tires are going to play a big role here in this 70, I would say probably about 73 laps because, you know, the end of the stage and all that. So 73 laps. I don't think they can go 73 laps on fuel. Honestly, I don't think they can.
No, like I said, if they can, they're going to have to go so slow. They're going to have to Brad Keselowski this thing to win it. Pretty much start clutching it for 20 laps to go. But I tell you, it's going to be interesting to see how the strategy plays. You know, I think once the guys realize whether or not they're going to be able to make it on fuel and what the tire is going to do, like, you know, they're going to have to start making the decision, do I want to pit early and take advantage of the tires while I can? Sort of like what we ran into last week where Jackson Allen pitted early, had that huge advantage on those fresh tires, but by the time Zach and them pitted, Zach was able to run him back down on his older tires, or his newer tires versus Jackson's older ones. So I think it'll be interesting to see how it plays out here. And yeah, Batman, I will be haunted by that caution probably for a long, long time.
Now, Robbie is actually, I hope, going to join me in the booth from now on Tuesday nights. You know, I know for the rest of the season you're going to be here, so we can discuss the next season after this season, of course. But you know. You already said it yourself. You don't like the Cup cars, and you know I don't mind having you up here in the booth. Kind of gives me somebody to talk to, help call the race. You know, so hopefully Robbie will be joining me back here next season if I can keep the NMNTS on board with MaxSpeedTV. I don't think that's going to be hard because I can just go find Bradley and have a chat with him in person. but
show up at his house.
Yeah, knock on the door. You know.
We got some contract negotiations. I tell you, there's some big changes coming to the NMTS in this off season, so keep your ears peeled. We got some what I feel are good things that are coming, you know. So it'll be interesting to see how it all works out. And I tell you, we definitely are enjoying our partnership with you over here at MaxSpeedTV. You guys are doing a great job. I'm enjoying it probably more than anybody because I get to come up here and talk like an idiot all day.
And throw random cautions, right?
And throw random cautions. Just, you know, I felt like that stage needed to be shorter, so let's go ahead and throw that caution.
Make them run 100 and, what was it, 107 extra laps or something like that?
The last stage needs to be a little bit longer. Let's go ahead and throw this caution. You know. What was it last week? I think everybody was saying I like Jackson Allen too much.
Yeah, well, it was at Charlotte. You know, you guys were they were at Charlotte last week, 200 laps there, and you know it was 50 and 50. Well, you threw it at 50 and 90.
Yeah, 50 and 90. But it's all good.
It's all good.
Yeah, I got Batman out there to remind me week in, week out.
Oh, you got me too. Don't worry about that.
Just, all right. So we're good. We got it covered.
And I'm sure you have everybody else in the NMTS to remind you, hey, don't do it.
Pit stops.
Oh,
PJ
pit stops.
Popham.
Yeah, buddy, here we go.
And
oh!
It looks like the same thing happened to him here that happened to him last week.
Oh, no. Well, I hate to put him on the spotlight here in that #1 machine, but we're going to actually go back and see what happened to PJ. Oh, man, coming out pit road. Did he get punted?
No.
Oh, no. All right, well, we are on that #1 machine. Let's see if we can get a little bit closer here. All right. We'll come down pit road here momentarily. Oh, he didn't get him, he didn't get a slow down enough, locked him up, and ended up spinning. Oh, that is going to cost him some time there. Oh, no.
Yeah. That's heartbreak for PJ there.
Yes, it is. Anthony C still staying out. Jackson Allen still staying out. Now, I imagine with us having some green flag pit stops here, Anthony C up front, Jackson out in second. If Anthony C comes to pit road, what's Jackson going to do? Is he going to come in right behind him?
I don't know. I quit trying to say what they should do.
All right, man. Caution is out. Caution is out.
Caution on the field.
Jackson Allen. Oh, all righty, folks. Well, we are going to go back and take a look and see what happened to that #4 machine. We were just on him there. We'll go down here closer. See what happened to the #4 as he makes his way in 2-3. Coming out of 4. Oh, it just snapped loose on him and into the outside wall hard. Oh, man.
Yeah, we were just getting ready to talk about what these guys are going to be doing on their pit stops, and tough break there for Jackson Allen. Really tough break for him.
Yes, it was. We're going to rewind this just a little bit. Try to get it in a little closer view. Yeah, it's I know I'm rewinding it. Let me see if I can go to a chase view here, far chase for that #4 machine. Oh, yeah, he just lost it, overcorrected, and hit hard into the outside wall. He is going to have some damage on that machine out there. It looks like it is a Ford Fusion. Yeah, he drives a Ford here, so going to have some damage on that Ford there. And he comes back up on the track, and, oh, heavy rear end damage as well. Oh, man, what a tough break for Jackson Allen. Strong run here tonight. We'll get back up alive here. Then, of course, everybody goes running. Well, that just changed things up even a little bit further because now everybody is going to be able to pit. And they will be able to go green flag the rest of the way, or they'll be able to go the rest of the way, I'm sure.
Yeah, I think at this point.
All right, well, folks, give me just a minute. ATVO's acting up on me again. It was fine, and then now it started acting up. This is what happens. It's ATVO. Got issues.
It's all good.
Yeah, it's got issues. So you'll see probably a black screen here, folks, momentarily. It'll cover up the race, but we are under caution here for the NMNTS for the first time here tonight, other than the stages. Those really don't count. So, so far, one caution here for the NMNTS Graphics Cup Series. Been an awesome race here, but Anthony C., man, he has been out front dominating most of the race here tonight. And, well, now things have changed.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. I tell you though, man, one thing, I think the two people that probably benefited the most from this is PJ Popham in the one. This is going to allow him to catch up to the back of the field again. And Derek Robinson, this is going to put him back on the lead lap.
All right, well, we're going to have to watch out for Derek Robinson as well, because we know Derek knows how to race. And Derek is right now in front of the leaders. PJ Popham, it looks like will get, will he get his lap back as well?
Yeah.
It looks like he may get his lap back.
Yeah, PJ and Derek should get the waiver around here and get the get their lap back. So,
all right,
it's gonna definitely work to their advantage. I tell you though, we've talked to Anthony several times tonight. How about we talk to James McKee and see if he's got anything for him?
All right, well, we'll get James down here and see if I can find James McKee. Oh, he's around here somewhere. Oh, there he is. I think this is him. James McKee, got a copy?
Yep.
Hey. Oh, well, hey, bud, real quick. Do you have anything for Anthony C. up there?
I'd wish he'd slow down. That'd be great. But long run wise, he seems like he's got a pretty darn good car, and I don't. I get looser as we go, and I start falling back. So I don't know. We'll see.
We'll see. Well, a good run here for you tonight so far. Currently running in second. Going to be starting on the outside of Anthony C. Man, good luck. 20 to go here. Going to be 19 when you cross the line for the green flag. So, hey, anything can happen, James. Good luck, bud.
I appreciate it.
I get confused. Because we've got two guys that their names are different.
Yeah, it's James McKee in the server, and it's Jimmy McKee in our
in the team speak. Yeah. All right. Well, get them going.
All righty. Well, Anthony again is going to lead him to the restart here. This time, though, Spence is behind Anthony, not to his outside. Jimmy has that privilege this time. Let's see if he gets suckered. And yeah, he got caught sleeping a little bit there by Anthony. Anthony's going to be able to get a good run. Spence Thompson to the inside of Jimmy as they go down turn one.
Side by side, 3 wide back here. Oh, and we're still 3 wide. Oh, we were there for a moment. Yeah, 43. Craig Lerman, Matthew McMeekin in the 14, I believe, to 22 of Cody's. Oh, somebody hits the wall hard back here. Who was that? Kelsey Rogers in the 36.
Wow.
That was a hard lick for that 36 machine.
That was hard to the driver's door.
I'm glad nobody can get hurt here on iRacing. Well, you can. You can sure get your pride hurt. Definitely.
How heavy your force feedback is. It'll hurt your wrist too.
Yeah, you got a point. Yeah, you got a point. I run mine at about 12%. I'm not all about running mine at 100 because, man, I don't want my wrist broken.
That's why I'm nervous about buying an AccuForce wheel. I kind of want a direct drive wheel, but at the same time,
might as well just go ahead and get me a crowbar and a hammer and some nails, and I'll hurt myself. Rough.
I do a good enough job hurting myself. I don't need something else.
Exactly. Well, we got a 1, 2, 3 punch up front here. Anthony C out front, Spitz Thompson out in second. James McKee in third. We got a battle pretty much brewing back here for 4th, 5th, and 6th. Ryan Broderick back up here running in 7th. Trevor Harmon and looks like the 27 or the 22, Cody Spiker to be battling it out here.
Yeah,
Zach
Cody is loose off the course.
Oh, yes, he is. Zach Lindgren also up here in the big mess as well. Why did that say 20 to go and now saying like 95 of 137? Well, that was weird.
I have no clue.
That's what ATVO does. Well, it wasn't 20 to go, that was for sure.
No, we still got about 40 laps to go.
Yeah, well, I unfortunately told James McGee, well, unfortunately, that's what iRacing or ATVO does. It glitches until it catches up, and then finally, you know, we're back to where we should be. But one caution here tonight so far, knock on wood, because, well, we know how things can heat up.
Heck yeah, I tell you, it's starting to pick up.
Yes, it is.
Let me ask you a question, if you
What's
don't
that?
mind.
Yeah, go ahead.
The NM stage racing, like we do it here in the NMTS, and there's a lot of other leagues that do stage racing. Here's something that used to always fascinate me as a kid watching racing growing up. And it's the one bad downside of stage racing, in my opinion. And you tell me what you think. And if the people in the chat want to chime in, I'd love to hear your opinion. They no longer talk about track speed records as far as the overall speed for a race. You know, it used to be a big deal if a race finished in, you know, like 2 hours or something and the average speed was 145 miles an hour, you know, because of the cautions. But now you're not, I don't think you'll ever see another race speed record broken again because of the advent of caution or the stage racing.
Well, the thing about it is, too, you know, they've added in stages, which that I'm sure will play a big part in that. But also, they've changed up the packages so much on the real stock cars and including here on iRacing Real Life. You know, they've changed up the packages so much that compared to, you know, what it was back before it is now, you know, you would reach speeds at, you know, at super speedways, Talladega, Michigan, not a super speedway, might as well be. But, you know, Daytona and Talladega, I mean, there was speeds reached there before these safety things were put into place, which I'm not down in the safety. It's all about safety for the drivers. But, you know, you would reach speeds of 213, 215 miles an hour. Okay, that is insanely fast. And you hitting the wall going from, you know, 215 miles an hour to 0 in a dead stop, that hurts. So, you know, yeah, stage racing I'm sure will play a big part in the fastest speeds, you know, on a track, as well as the safety. All that played into effect here. And I'm kind of like you, Robbie. I don't see speeds being broken again unless you get really lucky.
Yeah, you'd have to, you know, in my opinion, you'd have to have a really fast race with the stage races now to get through. Because I can't remember exactly what race it is. You know, I'm here in South Carolina. I go to Darlington every year, and for the longest time, you know, the overall speed record for the track for completion of 500 laps was only like 128 miles an hour, you know, for an entire race. And I remember one year they went out and they ran on a Monday after it rained out on a Sunday, and they ran the whole thing caution free. And I mean, they broke the overall speed record by like 30 miles an hour. That average speed that day ended up being like 157 miles an hour or something like that. And
wow.
Always was fascinated with seeing how stuff like that would play out, you know, as the race goes on and green flags and tire degradation, and as tires fall off, the cars slow down and the track goes. And I think when you add in something like stage racing, you kind of take that unique element out of it.
Yeah.
But at the same time, though, stage racing to me has also brought in a different form of excitement, both here on iRacing and in the real world. You know, it's packing these guys back up together, and it's making for definitely some exciting finishes.
Oh, yeah, definitely. You know, and I know there's a lot of people out there, not only in iRacing, but in real life, too, though, that watch NASCAR. You know, a lot of them don't like stage racing. You know, and I personally don't like it like it myself. I think, you know, they should just go out there and race like they, you know, what NASCAR was supposed to be. You know, make it, you know, they're trying to make it more competitive, which I understand. It does stack them back up, you know, makes them bunched back up together. But to me, I just, you know, my honest opinion, and, you know, I know there's people that will agree with me, let them race. You know, let them go out there and race it up. Whoever comes out as the winner wins it, you know. But, you know, we don't live in that era no more. We live in a new era now to where things have changed. You know, different sponsors, different rules, different, you know, packages, you know, all that, you know. So, but yeah, I mean, it does help in a sense, but then again, you're racing. You're supposed to race, you know.
Oh yeah, it has its pros and its cons. You know, things
all right, man, caution is out. Caution is out.
Another caution. Who was that? I am showing
Mark Richter, maybe? PJ Popham?
PJ Popham. Oh no. Well, let's go back and take a look and see what happened to PJ. Well, he's on the backstretch here. Looks like he's fine. He's all by himself. Did it just snap a loose on him? Oh, it did. He lost that rear grip. Yeah. And boy, it snapped loose on him, and he will go around. I wonder if everybody, it looks like everybody will get around him for the most part, I do believe.
Looks like everybody was able to miss him there.
Man, good job by keeping it off the wall.
Yeah. What about the new particle effect, man? What do you think about the new smoke and the new grass particles now?
Well, that adds in a real, you know, a real effect. You know, if you want to make it as realistic as possible, and that's what iRacing tries to do. They try to make it as realistic as they can to make it more like NASCAR. Okay, and if you're sliding across the grass and you don't have grass flying everywhere and your windshield getting all dirty and the splitter getting all bent up, it's not real.
This is true.
Adding all that in, yeah, it's more hardware demanding in a sense, because now you've got to add all that in and all that plays into effect. But if you're running an old 1986 computer on iRacing, you shouldn't be on iRacing.
Hey, you leave my Pentium 1 processor out of this, okay? I got my old 44K modem. I'm doing good over here.
Yeah, you got that 24K dial-up going on, right?
Yeah.
Well, I remember the dial-up days. Well, Vince Thompson, though, going to grab coming out on a pit road first. Well, this changed the game up again, because now Spence out front, Anthony C in second. You know what?
Heck yeah, Spence comes off first.
I'm not going to cross the center plane.
Let's get that 89 up here. Hey, Spence, how you doing, bud?
Pretty good, guys. How are you? Some radio transmission. I was talking to some people.
Oh, sorry about that,
Somebody
bud.
talking about last night.
Exactly.
Well, sorry about that. Well, you're out front now. You won the race off of pit road, bud. So, well, now it's all about saving and managing your tires here. Another caution for you guys out here tonight. 2 cautions there, man. What has been up down there, Anthony C, on a road? Do you think you have anything for that 51?
I definitely think I got something for him on older tires, not so much on newer tires, but I'll tell you what, man, we're going to give it our all tonight. Definitely going to make sure that we don't have a repeat of what happened last night for us after such a dominant run in the truck series, though, man. But I'll tell you what, we're going to give it our all tonight and see if we can hold him off here. But if he gets the run on us, though, we're going to let him go, and we'll try to see if we can stick with him and hopefully put up a fight near the end of the run.
All right. Well, you know, coming into tonight, still leading, but only by 11 by Jared Washon. And, well, that is who I'm not seeing here tonight, is old Mr. Jared Washon. Oh, he's in chat. What are you doing in chat? Should be out on the track. Anyway, you were only ahead of him by 11. So, well, you're going to gain a little bit more ground on Jared because he is not here tonight. But, man, it's still quite a bit of laps left for you. So good luck out there, Spence. Robbie, you got anything for Spence?
The only thing I have for Spence, and Spence, you know I love you, brother. The only thing I have for you is, see that yellow line down there on your left?
10-4 on that.
That is going to be your best friend on this restart, and you won't have to worry about last night if you do that.
Oh, I hear you, man. A big 10-4 on that as well, man. Just real quick before I go, just want to thank all the sponsors here. I want to thank DeWalt Power Tools for coming aboard sponsoring this deal here. Big thanks to all WFO Motorsports guys. They always do such a great job. Big shout out to all the teammates there. They're all having some solid runs. Anthony is definitely been the class of the field, but like I said, hopefully we can dethrone them tonight and hopefully pick up another win in the Cup Series this week.
Heck yeah, brother. Get after it. Have some fun. Enjoy yourself, and put all the other shit or other stuff out of your mind. Pardon me there. Put all that other stuff out of your mind, and go get them, brother.
10-4, guys. Thanks.
Good luck, man.
I appreciate it.
That's all right. Hey, it slips. Trust me. There's been many times I've wanted to say stuff, but yeah, no. Trying to make it as very professional as I possibly can. I mean, trust me, there are hard times to where I just want to go all out and say my mind, but yeah, no. It is what it is.
I got some horrible ones.
Jay Londa, no, Real Radman does not race in the NMNTS. I do not believe. I've not seen him, so I do not.
His real name is.
Malad Radman is his name. I know who he is. Anyway, pace car will dive off. Spence going to lead him to the line here. I'll get back to your question here in just a minute. And here we are. We are on the loud pedal here. And Spence got a good run there, but whoa, Anthony C. Boy, he got on the loud pedal too, as now he is side by side with that 8 of James McKee. Oh man, I have a feeling we're going to have a battle up here. No. Oh no. Somebody else was involved in that. I'm not sure who.
Looks like it starts with the 33 and the 32, possibly.
Well, I've got the 22. Cody Spiker.
Yeah, 33 got loose off the corner. Everyone else kind of got caught up in it.
That'd have been a Vernon Amargam here. All right, well, we will watch the 33 here and see. Oh, yeah, gets a loose, sliding around the corner, and it looks like the 32 tried to dodge him to get loose. Then the 22 gets loose. 32 hits the wall. The 22 comes up right behind him, almost in the same exact spot, and slams into almost the same exact spot the 32 hit, and the 22 goes flipping of Cody Spiker. Oh, man, well, we're going to get another look at that again here.
Oh, just don't use the gyro cam.
No, we're going to use the cockpit view. For everybody out there who likes the cockpit view, this is what I believe Cody Spiker was seeing here. This is what he had to go through. We're going to be flipping anyway because Cody Spiker, yeah, you'll see it happen in front of him. And yeah, he just breaks loose as well. He tries to correct it, but he can't. Comes up right behind the 32, hits the wall hard, and just goes flipping, tumbling. He did land on all fours, and boy, that just makes me sick as well just looking at it. But that is what happens in real life, folks. When you're racing and you go flipping, that is exactly what you see, is that right there. Wow. All right, we're back up live here. Didn't even get one lap in, or 2 laps in, I don't believe.
No, I don't think we got a full lap in on that one. But let's see, Jackson Allen's out in the chat, said used up all of his save tokens. And
I like his name in chat.
That's I hate that for him. Jared Washan,
Jared was talking about Jay Alonda, Malad Radman. Yeah, he does not race in this league. I know who he is. Called many races where he was in. So, but no, he does not race in this league. I don't even think he races in the Thursday night league either. A lot of these guys tonight know the guys on Thursday night, and a lot of the guys on Thursday night know a lot of the guys here tonight. So,
yeah, pretty much.
you know, I'm really familiar with a lot of them. So, getting to where I know Robbie.
Heck yeah. That's not always a good thing, though.
Up here in the booth with me and Robbie's been giving each other a hard time here the last few days. We won't talk about it because it does not really involve NASCAR. Robbie knows what I'm talking about.
No, but it's going to make next Tuesday's broadcast real interesting.
Oh, no.
One of us is going to be talking a lot, and the other one's going to be telling the other one. I'll be right back. I gotta go.
That's something we got going on here between two colleges. That's all I'm going to say. So
Heck yeah.
That's this weekend, bud.
Yes, sir. Friday night.
Yeah. So, man, this has been an awesome race here tonight for you guys here in the NMNTS Cup Series. We have had some retirees for the evening. Vernon Markham decided to go and take his car behind the wall. Jeffrey Smith, Jackson Allen, man, tough break for you, bud. Man, I know you're out there in chat, I do believe. Man, tough break for you, bud. I'd have having a solid run here tonight. 17 laps.
Oh, my God.
Oh, no, here we go again.
Told you, even the drivers won't let me live it down.
Yeah, and Jason Alexander also taking his car behind the wall. He didn't even start. Did he? No.
Yeah, he ran.
Yeah, he started.
He
He started. He sure did. Yeah, he did. He did lead.
I think he was all the way in until the end of the second stage. I think he had a little bit of issue at the end of the second stage. But yes, Jackson. Yes, I've already been reminded tonight about my cautions. but thank you for doing that. I appreciate that.
I'll have to copy and paste that and put it up on my Facebook just for you, Robbie.
I tell you, man.
Giving Robbie a hard time here in chat. Still got a lot of racing left to go here. They're not gonna leave that down, but get him going.
Jackson done got out of team speak, so I can't just snatch him up here and give an infield care view. But I tell you, Spence is on the loud pedal though. As we get back to racing here, don't have many laps left here. Probably got about 20 laps to go here. Spence is gonna try and hold off Jared Washon here, or not Jared Washon, Anthony C.
Jared was on his chat there. He said, Robbie, put me down for the win tonight. Good to see you.
Yeah, I know, Jared. I just said you were in second, so.
Oh, we'll pump the point standings back up here for everybody here real quick so everybody can see those as we make our way around the track yet again. They're going to be coming, it looks like, on the next lap. 20 to go here momentarily, but there's the point standings coming in too tonight. As I have said it before, and I'll say it again, it was supposed to be Pocono, but our racing screwed that up. So we're going to be racing here tonight at Kentucky. But hey, it is what it is. We were able to fix it. Well, I wasn't able to fix it. They were. And we got a lobby going, and we brung out some action here tonight on MaxSpeedTV. I was just wondering if we were even going to be able to get anything going,
Yeah, it's going to be a rough one. Jackson and Jared out there says Jared won the Pocono race.
Another caution. Oh, PJ Popham again? What? Oh, man. Well, we'll go back and take a look at what happened to PJ. PJ like being on the instant replays here tonight?
I tell you, PJ's having a rough one.
He is not having a good day here. He was running strong, and all of a sudden has just been, oh man, well that wasn't it right there. Go back live here real quick. What happened? Let's see here. All right, coming into turn. Oh, that is what happened. Looks like he got clipped.
Yeah, it looks like the 17 kind of drove her in deep there, and
Ooh, the 97 also involved in that as well. Scott LeCoe in the 17. We will go back and take a look at another point of view here. From a chopper standpoint. And we must have something else going on in chat, but we will get to that here in just a minute.
Oh my God, I love these guys.
Well, they make chat interesting, that is for sure. Chopper U up to 17. He is following along with 1 here. What happened? Oh, yeah, 17 looks like just drove it in there pretty hard. Got right back into the 1 of PJ Popham, and PJ goes around. The 17 does get into the wall, and the 97 does collect into the 1. That number 97 machine of Mark Richter. All right, well, there we go again. Coughing my head off.
Oh man, tough break there for PJ and Justin Richter. But Jackson out there in the chat says PJ's trying to get the bonus points for the most X tonight. Let's see. Jared says Robbie, interview him and call him dating.
Not sure exactly who he's talking about.
Are you talking about Anthony, or are you talking about PJ? Oh, he's talking about Anthony. Anthony hates interviews.
Well, if he doesn't, if he hates them, then why do we have? Well, we had to interview him. He won stage 1 and 2. So
he's like everybody else, doesn't like the sound of his voice.
Well, he don't have to listen to himself. All right. Well, hey, look who's out front. James McKee. We actually talked to him earlier. Light's still not off on the pace car here. Wow. It looks like iRacing has said, all right, y'all ain't going back green yet. So we're going to do another pace lap here. And, well, James McKee has company. Spence Thompson, Anthony C., Zach Lindgren, and Matthew McMeek in top 5 here. Currently right now 17 to go, 16 to go. When they cross the line, there'll be 15 to go. I'm sure when they get the green flag. Gordon Larson Jr. or Craig Lerman in 6th, Gordon Larson Jr. in 7th, Trevor Harmon in 8th. Derek Robinson, solid run here tonight in the 818 machine, currently running in 9th. Scott LeCoe in the 10th spot, getting into the back of PJ Popham there. PJ Popham back out onto the track, it looks like. Currently running in 11th. Ryan Broderick in 12th. Mark Broderick, however you want to look at it. He's a Broderick. And then Mark Richter, though, in 13th. Kelsey Rogers running in 16th. Bradley Wilson running in 19th. 39 laps down. What happened to Bradley?
Bradley, he had his screens go black on him.
Oh, never good.
No.
Yeah, he running that Pentium 0.5.
I wish you could hear the driver chat right now. You guys would appreciate the driver chat right now. James McKee is swearing up and down it's raining. Spence and everyone else is swearing that it's a crystal clear night. And
well, James wants that rain delay. He wants to win it.
Yeah.
You know, I kind of don't blame him. You know, wanting to get the win here. And you know, James still can. He's just got to hold back the 89 and the 51. Anything can still happen. You know, he can get down to about 4 laps to go, still out front. The caution comes out. That'll end it. James McKee will win the race. Here's the thing. We've talked to James McKee here, and he knows he's got some fast drivers around him. And he said the tires is his problem. That's the problem right there.
Yeah, tires are the issue. Sorry, I'm laughing my butt off here at the chat. Jackson Allen wants us to interview Mark Richter, or Richter Concuster as we call him. Mark Richter's coming back from a concussion he suffered playing soccer this year. So we've been giving him a hard time, but it's good to see him back. This is only his 2nd race back.
Well, Ed is glad to have him back. And the pace car dives off. James McKee on the loud pedal.
Green flag.
Can he hold off Spence Thompson Anthony C., Zach Lindgren, Matthew McMeekin for 15 laps. Well, we'll find out in 15 laps because that's how many laps left to go here. This has been the NMNTSB Graphics Cup Series at Kentucky / Pocono here tonight. And it's been some awesome racing.
It has. It's been good, I tell you. It's kind of unfolded sort of like what we talked about. We didn't think we'd see a caution until the end of that second stage, and sure enough, we went green flag through the first 2 stages. This last segment here, though, these guys have had a couple cautions, keep stacking them on top of each other. It seems like every restart we got a new leader. Right now, though, Anthony digging on the inside for the lead.
Oh, I don't think you could have got any closer than that. If Anthony hadn't have backed off of it, we probably would have seen a spin up there. The old dreadful bumper hook going around the corner, and we know that can really happen. And when it does, it's not pretty.
Yeah, no, it's not pretty when it happens. But I tell you though, like they said out in the chat, James McKee has been really good for about 10 laps. After about 10 laps is when his car starts to give up on him. So it'll be interesting to see if he can hold off for the full 15 laps. But definitely here right now, he's holding his own and holding Anthony at bay. Spence
not to interrupt you there, but man, Spence just, he lost it. And now he is side by side.
Wow, what a save.
Yeah, that was an awesome save. He was side by side there of the 14 to Matthew McMeekin. There for a moment, Spence backed off of it and said, all right, you know what, I'm just going to gather my britches here, and we're going to fight our way back up front because, oh boy, it's going to be heated up front here. And it looks like we have no, caution will fly.
All right, man, caution is out. Caution is out.
And I just got done talking about, Matthew McMeekin gets hit again. Well, Matthew McMeekin is the one that was involved in that, and I'm sorry if I screamed in your ear there. I've been on the But that was the 14 of Matthew McMeekin. We do not want to see wrecks. And, man, I get very, very upset when I see them because, man, these guys having such a good run here tonight, and then that is what happens. I think the 14 just lost it coming out of the corner. Well, he's final. Oh, no. He got too close to the wall and tagged it and goes head on to the inside wall, comes back up on the track. He locks it down. He gets it going. He comes back down onto the below the yellow line, and then the 17 of Scott Lecoq tags him. I guess Scott thought he was gonna, stay high or whatever, or have enough room, and of tags Matthew McMeekin.
Yeah, Scott misjudged that horribly.
Yeah.
But, stuff happens in a split second, so you never know exactly what he saw from his view.
No, that is the thing. Well, actually, you know what we can do here is we will go back here. Go back another 30 seconds here, folks, and we'll kind of see exactly from Scott's point of view as soon as it decides it's going to do that. Let's see here. We'll have to go back one more time and one more time. Here we go. All right. We want to see exactly from Scott Lecoq's point of view what he saw and what he might have been thinking. That is a good point. Good thing for cockpit views because then you can actually see, what they're thinking. I'll see tag the wall up there up front. He comes back up onto the track. Oh yeah, he can't decide where he wants to go. Oh yeah, he tries to back out of it. He just couldn't. Oh man, yeah, that is what happened. All right, well, back up live here.
I tell you what, let's see if Anthony thinks he can get back around old James here and win this thing.
Well, have a word with him. This is the number 51 of Anthony C. Mike's all yours, Robbie.
All right, Anthony C. What's going on, brother? I was told in the chat that I need to call you. What's the word I'm supposed to call you? Dating? What's that all about?
It's just my online name, Dating Your Ex.
Dating your ex. That's good to know, man. My ex is, I could use somebody to take some of that alimony off of me, so I'd appreciate that. But I tell you, man, right now, James McKee's in front. You're in second. Last restart, you were on the inside of the second row. This time you're going to be outside on the front row. You think you got anything for James here?
I don't know. It's hard to predict when he's going to restart. I was not happy that caution came out because I was about ready to make my move. So we'll see.
Well, I tell you, man, you've done a good job all night. I think, if I'm not mistaken, you probably locked up the most laps led tonight. Earlier you said you wanted to maximize your points as much as you can. You're going to have probably about 5-6 laps to do it. Can you get it done, brother?
I hope so. I was a lot better on the long runs than the short runs, so we'll see what it comes out to be. I know James McKee had taken 2 tires, so we'll see how that works out.
Yeah, I tell you, out there, one thing we've noticed about James has really, really good short run speed. Seems like he's able to get away from you for about 2-3 laps there. Hopefully here at the end, you guys will be side by side, bring it down to the finish for these fans. Best of luck to you the rest of the way, though, brother. Hopefully we're talking to you here at the end.
Yeah, definitely. Thanks, guys.
It's about to get interesting. We doubled them up.
Yes, we are. I was just answering some questions in chat. As you've seen that, the hacker, I personally do not do dirt. I do ovals and road mostly for the leagues. Now, if they have a dirt race in their season, yes, then I would do it because it's part of their season. And, of course, if you do what the leagues say because, they work the money over it. So you kind of have to do it, But I personally don't do dirt myself. Rudy over at MaxSpeedTV does here, the owner of MaxSpeedTV. And, of course, big shout-out to him for what he does. He is the owner. And, of course, Robbie Buckner here and Bradley Wilson for Backwards Hat Productions here for the NMNTS. They also do dirt. So,
love the dirt.
They love the dirt. Well, we got 8 to go. Boy, it's about to get heated here. Well, it's already been heated, but we're about to get even more heated. Because James and McKee's got to hold these guys off for 8 laps. Now, for
don't
caution,
count that guy in 6th place.
6th place. Who we got in 6th? Oh,
Trevor
Craig
Harmon.
Lerman. Oh, no. I got Craig Lerman here. Trevor Harmon running in 5th, 6th, 7th, somewhere around in there. He's in the top 5. Yeah, buddy, but here we go. Green flag back out. James McKee on the loud pedal here, side by side. Zach Lindgren, Anthony C. They get under the 4 laps to go, and a caution comes out. That will end it. Can James McKee hold on to 51 and hold on to the 85? The more they battle behind him, the further the 8 will get ahead. 7 laps to go here as they are bumper to bumper back here. Oh, a little bit of blocking going on for the 2nd spot.
Yeah, that's what James wants to see. That's allowing him to pull away. I think at this point, James is in good position here to possibly win this thing. The last thing that Anthony needed was to get held up behind another car, and he definitely got held up there.
Well, check it now because the 43 of Craig Lerman now up to 4th. Boy, he's got Spence Thompson and the 27 of Trevor Harmon there side by side. I thought for a moment they were going to go 3 wide, 6 laps to go. Make it 5 when they cross the line. Well, James will cross the line right there. 5 laps to go. Now, if they got a caution here, I believe they would have one lap shootout. But if a caution comes out below 4 to go, well, that'll end the race. Of course, they don't want that, but I'm sure James wants that.
James has been hollering rain on the track. So I tell you, it's going to get interesting. Anthony's cleared Zach now, and he's cracking the whip. He's laying on it right now, trying to see if he can catch up to him. So at this point, I'm pretty sure his foot's dragging the pavement. He's already pushed it all the way through the floorboard.
Yes, it is. 4 laps to go for James McKee. Can he pull the upset here? Because right now, Anthony C will have the most laps led. 86 laps so far for Anthony C here at Kentucky. He is trying to catch up to the back bumper of James McKee. He is trying to get up there. We know Anthony can. Cross the line, 3 to go. Anthony is right there. If he's going to make a move, he's got to do it now.
Yeah, Anthony was 0.3 of a second that lap faster than our leader, James McKee. Anthony's definitely there. Matter of fact, he is there now.
Yes, he is.
So.
We are not going to leave this top spot. Here comes the 51 of Anthony C. looking to the inside. A little bit of blocking going on. Oh, and James will hold the spot. 2 to go when they cross the line here, coming around turns 3 and 4. Well, Anthony is going to have to do something now because it is coming down to the wire. I can't talk. Wire, 2 to go. And boy, look at how high that 8 gets up. Oh, is he going to come down? Is he going to make it? No. Oh. Oh. That 51 of Anthony C had to lift. Oh, man. Well, we're going to have to get down here on a little viewer here on the cars up front. Because when they come across the line, white flag will be in the air for the 8. As the 51 is trying to figure out a way to get around the 8. 1 to go.
He drives it down in there.
Oh, man. What is going to happen here?
It's slight contact.
They are side by side. Come on to the backstretch. Who is going to win this race? Oh, James McKee. He drops it in front of the 51.
James has got it. James has got it.
James has it. The winner here for the MNTS B Graphics Cup Series at Kentucky. James McKee in the number 8. Wow, what a finish.
That's good racing right there. Those guys really gave each other a lot of room there. They didn't, they made slight contact there, 1 and 2, but they didn't get overly aggressive with each other, so that was a heck of a finish.
A lot of respect given between the 8 and the 51. I mean, anything could have happened right there between them 2 drivers. Anything. And thank God netcode did not play a factor in that, because that was one heck of a finish by these drivers. The 8 will finish in with the win here. Anthony C. fought really, really hard there on the outside as that number 8 slides it across the grass here. Going to do some burnouts here. The 8, the winner here tonight, Anthony C. in second. Zach Lindgren, though, will finish in that 3rd spot. Well, give us a few minutes, folks, here on MaxSpeedTV. We will get these guys down here to give them a quick interview here. And we will get along with, but here goes that number 8, burning it up. Man, what a race. That was
a good race right there. I tell you, for a night that started off crappy for the NMTS, to have a finish like that, I mean, you couldn't ask for a better finish to the night. That was awesome. Top to bottom, these guys done a heck of a job. I tell you, though, one guy I definitely want to give a tip of the cap to, though. Honestly, I know they're not going to get much publicity this week, but our 6th, 7th, and 8th place finishers tonight, hell of a job by those guys. Trevor Harmon, Gordon Larson, Derek Robinson, those are career nights for some of those guys. Great runs by all of them tonight.
Oh yeah, definitely. Big shout out to a big shout out to them 3, 6, 7th, and 8, like he was saying. Of course, a big shout out to all the drivers out here from having a rough time, because, you had to go from Pocono to Kentucky. But then they come out and they just put on a dominating performance here tonight. So what great racing, man. That was outstanding. All right, folks, well, give us just a few minutes here. We'll get these guys down here to give them a quick interview. And, we'll talk about maybe next week's race. Not sure where you guys are at. Maybe you can get that information. Oh, yeah, that's right. You guys are at Michigan next week. Yeah, that is right. So, all right. Well, one of my other. Yeah, well, that's my favorite non-super speedway. So, it's going to be just as exciting. All right, folks, give us just a few minutes. Alrighty, folks, back live here on MaxSpeedTV. I've caught up with the 85 machine of Zach Lindgren here. Zach, man, what a race it was out there here tonight. Well, the cautions, though, toward the end there, they started to come out, but, you know, not bad here tonight. Y'all had the stages, and then, well, it was green flag racing there, but, boy, some side-by-side action there, boy. It was getting heated. You had a front row view of 1 and 2. Talk about what was going on through your mind, and was you kind of concerned?
Well, I knew Anthony was going to start getting aggressive. He was going to start getting really aggressive coming towards the end there. And as the laps kind of wound down a little bit, he caught James and they started battling a little bit, and it slowed both of them down, and it kept me in the battle. But on that last corner, I thought for sure they were going to push each other way up the track, and I was just going to go by. That's what I was hoping for, but it didn't happen. They're extremely clean racers, hard racers, but clean. I've got nothing but respect for those two, especially after tonight. That was an awesome race to watch right there at the end, but man, it was an up and down race. But I'm glad to bring it home P3.
Well, you started 6th. You know, it was up and down there. Now, Zach, I don't believe you didn't lead no laps tonight, man. What's up with that?
It's just that first run that we had, it really wore out my front tires. I was more tight more than anything. I couldn't get into the corner. I couldn't get out. It didn't seem to rotate, and I got into contact with the wall there, and it sent me backwards. I got it all repaired on pits, and it sent me from like 5th all the way back to 19th. So. We didn't have a lap leading car. We honestly stole a top 3, to be quite honest with you. We stole a top 5, but it was a hard car to drive tonight, to say the least. Tight one corner, loose the next. It was a handful tonight.
A change of track and the tire wear played a big factor here tonight. At Kentucky, a change of venue, you know, we've been talking about throughout that race here. You know, it started with Pocono. You know, the iRacing update kind of messed that up a little bit with the setup. So, you know, y'all had to come over here. Now, was that a little upsetting knowing that you had to go from a 2.5 mile to a 1.5 miles, or was you liking it?
Man, I was looking more forward to Pocono than I was Kentucky, but after all the reviews that I was hearing after Pocono, I kind of glad we came to Kentucky. It's hard for me to race Kentucky. I don't really like it as a track. It's really banked in 1 and 2, really flat in 3 and 4. It's been a difficult track to me ever since I've gotten on the sim. I much would have preferred Pocono if we had the setup and everything going. But you know what? After tonight, after the run that we had, and after the finish, I will gladly accept that we went to Kentucky tonight.
Well, you will grab a top 3 here for the NMNTS VA Graphics Cup Series at Kentucky. Robbie, do you have anything for Zach Lindgren?
Well, Zach, brother, first of all, congrats on a solid top 3 finish, man. I know, like you said, you feel like you may have stole one tonight, but was definitely kind of curious what happened to you there in the middle, but you kind of explained to us what happened to you, brother. Overall, though, man, I tell you, that last stage, I mean, the first 2 stages went clean and green, and then we got into this last stage here, and it seems like nobody wanted to go clean and green there. Was the track changing that much? Towards the end of the race,
it was changing extremely. Like restarting, it just got you loose. When we first started the race, we had tons of grip on that very first start, double file. I don't think anyone spun tires except the last 2, just trying to get going. And at the end of the race, it just felt like everyone was just slipping tires. I did it once, so it just felt like the track change was tremendous. I couldn't really get to the bottom and hug the yellow line like I wanted to. It just was so loose down there. It was loose up top. If you ran it too soft, it was tight up top if you ran it too hard. And I think with everyone becoming more aggressive, the track got more and more aggressive as well, so to speak. It took a lot away and didn't really give back. So I think a lot of people were expecting it to stay the same. It didn't. It changed dramatically pretty much halfway through that race. And I don't really think people were expecting it that much. Plus, like I said, the aggressive driving coming down towards the end of it kind of hyped it up just a little bit.
Well, heck yeah, brother. Well, glad to get that insight from you. Again, congratulations on a solid third place finish tonight. Go celebrate with all the guys down in WFO, and we'll see you next week.
Awesome, guys. Thank you.
All right. Well, Zach, I know before we let you go, I got a couple more things for you, bud. Of course, Michigan next week, man. It's not a super speedway, but it acts like one. You like Michigan?
I very much enjoy Michigan. Very much enjoy Michigan.
All right. Well, I know we'll see you next week. Of course, last but not least, you got any shout-outs or thanks you want to give before we let you go celebrate?
Yeah, I want to thank everyone at WFO, TRM, that's pretty much helped me become the driver I am today. Everyone, you guys up here for broadcasting, devoting your time to the league, everyone who came out, everyone who puts on the league, the brave men and women overseas that are devoting their lives to this great country, laying it on the line. Special shout-out to them. Everyone on the car pretty much, even though we're still somewhat unsponsored. We got Shinedown on the car, my boys, so huge shout out to them for being on the car. Just everyone that's ever helped me on this sim. But for right now, that's all I got.
All right, Zach. Well, man, congratulations on third here tonight, bud. Go celebrate, and we'll see you Thursday, and we'll see you next week at Michigan.
Yes, sir.
Uh-huh. All right, well, that'll bring us to second place here. Well, what a hard-fought battle it was between him and James McKee, but I have caught up with the 51 of Anthony C. Anthony, got a copy?
Yes, I do.
Oh, man, Anthony. Well, what a finish there it was between you and the number 8 machine of James McKee. But first and foremost, congratulations on second. Boy, you fought hard to grab that win to back up the most laps led here tonight with 86. Well, talk about the racing, because we had you up here for the stage 1 and 2. But, man, talk about the end there. You knew it was coming down to the wire. You knew James McKee was up there going to fight. You had Zach Lindgren right behind you there. Man, just talk about that finish, but that was amazing.
Yeah, it definitely was, yeah. Man, I needed a few more laps, and I think I would have had James McKee. But he was strong, especially taking those 2 tires. I was actually surprised he actually held that long, but I guess the cautions kind of helped out. But he had a great run coming back and everything else. And yeah, it was tough going around Zach. He kind of got loose coming out of the turn and then almost spun him, but luckily I was backing off of him and just passed him on the front stretch.
You did, you managed to get around him. You got up there, in second. Then you caught up to James McKee in no time, because we knew how you were on tires. You were very, very quick here tonight. Going to come home with a stage 1 and 2 win. A solid top 3, though, man. That battle, though, between you and James, you guys were neck and neck. There was some touching going on between you two, but a lot of respect given to the both of you.
Yeah, definitely. He had that run on the high side, and that's how he got around. He kept the lead coming out of the turns and everything like that. But surprisingly enough, we didn't even touch. It was real. I can tell you, it was real close. You probably couldn't get a piece of paper through there, but we actually never even touched. That's how close we were. But it was a great battle with him.
Well, I know another thing I am going to mention here is, when you guys were side by side there, thank God there was no net code, because that could have been bad.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, that would have been really bad.
Yeah, it would have. Well, I got a couple of things for you, but I'm going to let Robbie have at you here for a moment. Not a bad thing, but, I'm sure he's got some questions there for you. So, Robbie, go ahead.
Heck yeah, Anthony. First of all, congrats on a solid second place finish, man. I tell you, you done just about everything you could tonight to get around that 8 to win, to bring home the victory. But if you go back to that last 2-3 laps there when you started really running him down, out in the chat, your good buddy Jared out there says should have gone to the high side. From where I was sitting watching, it didn't look like the high side was an option, but you think you'd have been able to get him if you were able to get to the outside of him?
I think I would have. I think I shouldn't have slowed down more in the turns and got him off the exit, or make a mirror drive and start losing focus of his line. I think that would have worked, but the high side would have worked, but I'm sure he would have gone even higher than what I was planning on going. So it's a hit or miss. You'll never know what actually might have happened But yeah, I was mostly trying to make sure he was mirror driving than anything else.
I'm sorry. I've been reminded by Jared that your name is Dating, not Anthony. So I apologize for not using the correct name. But I tell you though, man, it was good to see you have such a dominant car there for the first two stages and all throughout that final segment there. You definitely were one of the fastest, if not the fastest car on the track. I know right there at the end when you got around Zach Linger and I was looking at lap times, you were 0.3 of a second a lap faster than James when you ran him down, but it seemed like the car just sort of stalled out once you got to him. Was track position that big of a deal tonight, or is it just you needed that long of a run to be able to get back by him?
It's both. Track position is one of the main things because obviously it's easier not passing, but it's just hard to pass somebody going to the turns because you're so loose in the middle of the turn or coming off the turn. You don't want to wash up on somebody. But the longer runs, you basically just all I was doing was just saving tires. So catching somebody and passing them would have been a little bit difficult, but having that track position and then being out in front on the long runs just was a huge advantage for me.
Heck yeah, brother. You got any sponsors or anybody you want to give a shout out to?
Yeah, definitely diecast fans, and I'd like to thank my team, TRM, and NNTs for coming aboard for this race, and all my teammates, and great run by Zach, and definitely good win for McKee.
Heck yeah, brother. Josh, you got anything else for our second place finisher?
Well, Anthony, man, same question for you as I had for Zach. Got Michigan next week. Not a super speedway, but boy, that track does act like one in a sense. It's big, it's huge, fast speeds, drafting, bumper to bumper. You like you like Michigan?
Oh yeah, definitely. I was fast in Auto Club, and Michigan is almost like Auto Club. And so I think I'm going to do real well in Michigan, and it's definitely a lot of water, so maybe I could do a different line on McKee next week's.
All right, well, expect some 9-wide racing at Michigan next week because with these guys, I'm sure they could do it. Well, I don't know. I mean, 9-wide, that would be a little tight there. But it could happen on the backstretch, I'm sure. Yeah. But anyway, man, congratulations. Hard-fought race here tonight. Coming home with the most laps led, 86. Bonus points coming for you, not only with the stages, but with the most laps led. Did you have any X's tonight? That's another question for you.
No, I did not have any X's, which I was really happy about. Kept the car clean the whole entire race.
Wow, so I do believe you'll have some bonus points coming for that as well. Am I right on that, Robbie?
7 additional bonus points for 0X.
Wow, all right. Well, after everything is said and done, we'll have to wait and see where you stand in the point. But, boy, congratulations on second. We'll let you go celebrate, Anthony, man, and we'll see you next week at Michigan.
All right, thanks, guys.
You're welcome. All righty, Robbie. Well, that will bring us to our winner here tonight. James McKee, the guy who said he didn't know if he could hold them off. Well, James got a copy.
Yes, sir, I got you.
Well, you held them off, man. You did what you had to do to win the race here tonight, but boy, it wasn't without some hard-fought battle there between you and Anthony in that 51. Talk about what's going through your mind with about 7 laps. Well, actually, really the last 15 laps, so to speak, because you guys were there. I mean, just, man, we want to hear it from your point of view.
Well, I knew when we went to that, to the pits with that second to last caution, I was telling Anthony and those guys that I looked at my tires and I saw my left sides were a little bit better than my right. So I was like, shoot, I have to go for it because I'm not going to pass you another way. So took those 2 tires and I thought I was a sitting duck because they took 4, but somehow, some way they held on. We got a break with that caution because had that last caution come out, I would have been dog bait, or fish bait. But It was fun. I saw on the restart Zach was holding him up too wide. Thank goodness. And I was like, hell yes, come on now. And they let him go, and I was like, shoot, here we go. And then I saw him quickly coming in, and like he was saying, I was mirror driving. I was trying to hold that high line because I knew the low line wasn't going to have any momentum, but we held on to her, so that was fun.
Well, you were side by side with Anthony there. On the final lap, really, like 2 to go, he caught up with you, right there. And then on that final lap, you guys, he made a move. And you guys were so close that if anything would have gave, it would have been ugly. Now, was you nervous when y'all were that close together?
Oh, heck yeah, because I didn't know if he was going to drive hard into the corner and try to jump up in front of me, but I was trying to hold that high line, so I was worried if he was going to come up across me and do a Carl Edwards at Kansas or just come up and door bump me a little bit. But he raced me clean, which was awesome. We put on a good finish with it.
You sure did, man. Well, you will come home victorious here tonight at Kentucky. That is going to help you dramatically here in the points. You were quite a bit behind Zach Lindgren, who, in third in points. You were in fourth in points, but, 168 points behind. So this is going to kind of close the gap just a little bit because Zach finished third. You're going to get some bonus points here for that. And, of course, bonus points for leading a lap. Did you have any X's?
Not till my burnout.
Not till you burn out. Well, I don't know how that worked. I don't know how that works.
I was pretty darn excited on my burnout. I blew my motor. So
you have 0.
Oh, perfect. Because I got 8 X's.
You have 0 X. It counts it at the end of the race. You're good.
That's perfect.
Okay, well, bonus points coming for you for 0 X, James. So, hey.
They can rip it off or...
Real